The talent's there, but if this kid busts, like, I think, yeah, he has Badgett as an insurance policy. And if you need to go get another quarterback because your season doesn't go great, I think ownership will let him go do that if Caleb literally busts that bad. Now, I don't think he will, but I think he's got to show something by Thanksgiving. I mean, and I know it may not be fair because it's a brand new everything again, but if you're that good, you got to show something. I'm sorry, like you can't get coddled that hard. Because
No,
I
I
remember
agree.
the discussions around Caleb were getting so nasty. Like, oh, his comp is Patrick Mahomes, and he's this and he's that, and he's going to be one of the safest number one overall picks at quarterback we've seen in so long, and everybody's wanting him. And I mean, just the discourse around him was nasty, just nasty. And that first season is, well, he doesn't have the right coach, and all this is a mess, and blah blah blah. But he still shows you flashes. He just he doesn't have the help around him. Okay, fine. Now you got Ben Johnson. They've went out and fixed the line, presumably. They've got you receiving targets. They're buttoning up the defense. At some point, you lose the excuses. They're gone. Newness or not, you lose the excuses.
So Todd, I mean, you made a lot of great points. First of all, good morning, everybody.
Morning, Mason.
I know, right? It's been a while since I've been on the morning segment of it, but it's an interesting conversation to have around Caleb Williams right now. I would really love the conversation, not now, but later, because Tyson Bagent not only is a Division II quarterback, but Todd is a Pennsylvania fan. PSAC football.
Hey.
Those who don't know about PSAC football, some of the best Division II football you've ever seen, and Tyson Bagent was the best quarterback his last 2 years in the PSAC. But I think it is important to really consider that, if Caleb Williams does not continue to progress how you hope, because as much as he was a surefire number one pick and had all the talent in the world, he wasn't without warts. He wasn't without things that people didn't like about him as a number one quarterback.
Yep.
And that's kind of it's always an interesting thing, because what can maybe be acceptable to one person may not be to another. Case in point, Bryce Young. People were talking about, oh, he's undersized, we're worried about his physicality and whatnot. Well, Panthers decided to take it, and he had to sit for a little bit. But then, whatever happened, he came back, and he's been this for sure starter ever since. Maybe I don't want to say Caleb Williams needs to be humble, because I hate how that's used in the context of certain demographics, but it could be a chance for him to really kind of dig deep into some fundamental things, maybe things he hasn't touched on in a long time. And then he comes back with this renewed approach, and he's ready to rock and be the quarterback that people need him to be. Because there's no reason why we talk about Chicago Bears quarterbacks, and we're talking about Jay Cutler still being one of the best. There's always a funny answer when we talk about who's the best quarterback in franchise history. But
Still to this day, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler. And you want to know who number 2 is? That a lot of people ain't gonna give him this credit for. Rex Grossman, last quarterback to take him to a Super Bowl.
Yes, because for what Grossman would lack, like in statistics or wow off the page, I mean, he was better than people. He was never like, how do I word this? He was never wow or anything, but like he was sufficient enough for what they asked, and he would make enough plays. I think that's understated in the world we live in today. Everyone is so focused on the wow, or this is that guy. We've learned there's value in just do your job, but look, while the comp bothers me that Caleb Williams had, the media tried tacking it onto like a Mahomes. I will say one similarity I will say I agree with is that Mahomes definitely needed to land in the right space coming out of college. Like, with him, the talent was there at Texas Tech, but we've seen a million air raid quarterbacks. So, and they would always end up at certain places, and they could never duplicate what they did in college at the pro level. And the game's vastly different. When you come from one of those air raids, I live in Big 12 country. What I used to grow up seeing with Texas Tech and Baylor and Texas when they were here, and Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, etc. Mahomes landed in the right spot, but even to this day, Mahomes will get sloppy with his mechanics. He'll get loose, and he'll revert back to old muscle memory. and you see Andy Reid, to his credit, reel him back. Like, no. Don't do that. Like, I need you to put Superman's cape on later, but I need you to just make the right play. And Mahomes, to his credit, has gotten a lot better with it. Ben Johnson has his work cut out for him. Yes, those warts have always been there with Caleb Williams. That talent's been there for God knows how long. And you would see it flash at USC. Hell, you technically saw it flash last year. But Ben's going to have to get Caleb, to Marshawn's point, more consistent. I think it's possible. I don't know what the probability of it is. But, I mean, if Caleb can't do that, because you can't win games off wow for a whole game. You just can't. You can't do it. You have to make the layup plays, and then 5 to 7 times a game make a big play, a splash play, a wow. Then you put Superman's cape on. So it'll be interesting to see if Ben Johnson can get Caleb to just make the layups. Because in camp so far, it sounds like he's not been able to. He was, what was that, Marshawn? They were freaking doing an accuracy drill with that netting. Looks like a soccer net, and it has those pockets. And, like, I guess he got pissed midway through the drill and freaking threw a football down and, like, threw a hissy fit. Like, and granted, nowadays there's cameras everywhere, so if you do something stupid, somebody's going to catch it. But just not a good look for a guy that he's talked about as he is. Like I said, I give him till Thanksgiving. I'm not saying he's got to come out the gate like a gangbuster, though that would probably be preferred if I'm a Bears fan. But you got to show me something by Thanksgiving that you're making progress and you are the guy.
So to kind of pivot right quick with the Indianapolis situation at quarterback. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Indy's actually a whole lot smarter than I originally thought. Why do I say that? Because they bring in Daniel Jones to challenge Anthony Richardson for the starting quarterback position. If you watch any segments or follow any of the Colts content, Daniel Jones is a beatable guy for the starting quarterback position.
Yeah,
like he's showing the exact things. Like he's showing the exact things, good and bad, as to why he was in New York for how long he was, and then ultimately was booted out. So it really is Anthony Richardson's job to lose. Now I think as of now they're kind of both even. Like it wouldn't be surprising if either one of them were named the starter at this point. But if that's the case, then you're probably even more worried for Anthony Richardson is the fact that he's not blowing Daniel Jones out the water. Because
it's a fight.
It's very tight. I think it's going to really determine who's going to, maybe.
I think Daniel Jones should start for y'all, man, in my opinion.
And why do you have what's your reasoning for that?
I just don't think you'll ever see Anthony Richardson be better than what he currently is. And the reason why I say that is you have one of the best play callers, in my opinion, offensive play callers in the league, like who makes the game easier for quarterbacks. And I just think, I don't think that you're going to be able to get Anthony Richardson to be able to throw more than 55% completion rate for one. I don't think I think Anthony Richardson sustains an injury every other game. That's two. And I just think we're at the point now, man, where you're trying to justify why you got this guy at the number 4 overall pick instead of just telling the truth that this guy is not really your franchise guy, that you should be turning your cheek to trying to figure out, if you can do something with Daniel Jones. If you can't do anything with Daniel Jones, then you should be going all sights on trying to get another quarterback next year, in my opinion.
The Arizona Cardinals do not get a lot of credit for this, but I think it should be duly noted, and this parlays into the Colts situation, which is when the Cardinals, and granted, they still had a trash roster when they did this, but when they drafted Josh Rosen and all the buzz was around Rosen, put him out there, quickly saw, hey, this guy's not what we thought.
Not good.
They had buyer's or drafter's remorse right off the bat. What do? They had the number 1 overall pick the following season. They could have traded out of it and doubled down and said, we're going to justify Josh Rosen. They could have tried figuring out other things to do. Instead, they go, nope, we made a mistake. We're offloading the mistake. We're drafting Kyler Murray. And the rest has been history. It's not been perfect, but you do see the results. The Colts, I don't think they're quite to the point of doubling down on AR. But assuming AR, to Marshawn's point, does not ever pan out the way that the Colts have wanted him to, I think he's going to become the cautionary tale in the NFL, which is a guy can have all of the NFL tools on his belt. And I'm not, how do I be careful with my words on this one? I'm not calling him like NFL stupid or quarterback stupid. There's certain guys though that they're very cerebral with their game, and so that's part of their game. They make up for what they may lack physically, like Drew Brees. Certain guys make up for what they lack physically, and they just become very cerebral with the game. AR is just not that type of guy. He's always been one of those guys, probably through high school. He was either just bigger, stronger, faster than the majority of guys he went against, had all the tools, and, would pop off on certain things. But to the Caleb Williams thing, he's never been consistent on the layups. That goes back to what he was doing at Florida. He was like a 51% completion percentage guy at Florida, and it's 1 year starting. He needed more time to cook. And I think you would have got a little bit more transparency with him had he cooked longer. Maybe he's never a first-round quarterback, because that's the other thing. You are where you're drafted, fair or not. You get that pressure. AR has been since he got drafted by them. It's like, okay, you got to go out and be a first-round quarterback. He's clearly not. He's just not. Like, if he was, we're probably not having this conversation, or we're having it in different context. He's another one. Hell, I'd probably give him a shorter leash than Caleb, meaning, like, I think he's got to show you something by October. He's got to show you something before Halloween that he can be, if not the franchise, at least a steady starter. And if he starts struggling, he has like a 3-week stretch where he's just playing god-awful. It's going to get ugly in Indy. And Daniel Jones, as bad as he is and as beatable as he is, Mason, he's at least been to the playoffs with the Giants, granted under Dayball. But, he was still bad enough the Giants had no qualms about letting him go. So, Indy's interesting to me. They have a good roster. Like, if you actually look at their roster, they have...
It's just strong. Real strong.
Oh, yeah. They have it's not as good as it was a couple years ago, but they have a good low line. They're getting better at weaponry. You have Jonathan Taylor at running back. And defensively, that's a defensive metric-wise, that's a top 10 defense. That's a serious group. Like, most quarterbacks would kill for that kind of roster. And it can still improve.
Oh, for sure.
Steichen's got to be trying his ass off either to make this work, or he's going to be begging to management to let him get a different quarterback.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting because they have great – there's a third layer to this. Because for those who don't remember, Daniel Jones is only signed for 1 year. This is the only year he signed at Indy. He signed a 1 year, $14 million deal to compete for the starting job. And even if he wins it, because even if he wins the job and he plays this year, obviously there's nothing tying into next year. Like, if he plays well, obviously you'll have Colts fans like, oh my gosh, he played well, re-sign him to a 6-year, $500 million deal. Like, we're not going to do that. But
yeah.
Even if that's the case, if he doesn't wow you and you believe he can be the quarterback of the future, then you can start pivoting to drafts, which for us actually works in our favor this year. So obviously the big caveat with the quarterback class in 26 is, will Arch Manning actually come out? People are saying no because why would he leave? We'll see. But let's say he does leave. Then the Colts are probably going to be somewhere in the top 10. They will have their choice between Arch, Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller, and Lenore Sellers. Now, any of those quarterbacks I would kind of be fine with. I think if that was up to them, they would not draft Lenore, only because they'd be like, well, we just drafted AR and it didn't work. So
bingo, yep.
Archetype.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would prefer Aller. I would love Aller in Indianapolis. I think he can do a lot of things. He has the arm to make all the throws. enough athleticism to keep defenses honest. Like that's my guy. I'll take him over Garrett. Maybe not Arch, maybe not, but right now Arch is more of an ideology than production. So
Yeah.
I think
I actually
so.
like the
Arch is
receivers you guys have too. Like I like Michael Pittman. I mean, I like Josh Downs too. So
the
if
mark.
and if and when Arch comes out, he is unquestioned number one overall pick. Like that hype train has already left the station. If and when he would have to bomb, I think, in college, or like there would have to be some pretty concerning red flags. The three quarterbacks, Mason, that I think a lot of people are going to be heavily focused on this upcoming season, and then also where do they fit in the NFL this following year? My guy, Cade Klubnik out of Clemson, which I need to do more homework on him because how he's talked about pretty highly. I have seen Garrett Nussmeier, and Nussmeier, I do think if he went to the right place, he's set up nicely. Those three are going to be the question for
and
me.
then what do you think about Carson Beck?
Car-
See,
Carson Beck.
okay, Carson's got a hole to dig himself out of in Miami. Like, I think things ended badly enough at Georgia that, like, because remember when he was, they just won a natty. When he was in this discussion, he was supposed to be like a top 10 pick if he chose to come out. And things played out so bad, hence why he transferred. Like, if he were to try to go into the league last year, he's probably at best. I mean, shit, are we honestly thinking he's like a top 4 round pick? I
They would
don't
have
think
picked.
he is.
They would have picked him over Shadur to prove a point, but that's another conversation.
Well, I don't know about the Browns. I just don't know if any NFL team touches him until the 5th round. I mean, Will Howard got taken in the 6th, which is fine, rightfully so, and that is what it is. But I mean, are we sure Carson Beck's better than Will Howard? If we're going off of last year, I don't think the answer is yes.
Nah.
So he's got a hole to dig himself out of Miami. If he wants to improve his draft stock, he's going to have to ball out.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I like Tankathon. Like Tankathon's my go-to like draft, whatever. Right now they have Carson Beck as like the last on the board, at least among like the top 100 picks. Like they even have like Nico that transferred from Tennessee above him, Sam Levitt from Arizona State, Fernando Mendoza who's going to be the starter for Indiana this year. Like those are the guys that are ahead of Carson Beck right now. In addition to Lenore's, Drew Aller, Garrett Nussmeier, Arch Manning. Now Nussmeier is just funny. Like this is more like a joke. I keep thinking of Nussmeier like Zach Mettenberger because it just reminds me of another LSU quarterback with a long last name. That's what I keep thinking. That's what I keep thinking about. It's like the list at this moment of LSU quarterbacks with long last names. It's like okay, this.
So what? Burrow is probably the shortest name you're going to find. Everybody else is either a long German name or just a long name. Period. Yeah, you got a point.
Like it's. I mean, you think about all the I thought about it, like what quarterbacks from LSU have gone to the league. Of course, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. I always think of Zach Mettenberger for some reason because I remember he was coming out and they were trying to talk about him like he was like they were talking about Mettenberger like he was Kirk Cousins like
They talked about Mettenberger like he was Jake Locker, and if you'll remember the Jake Locker conversations, I don't have to say anything more. Granted, Mettenberger wasn't as athletic or couldn't run like Locker, but the conversations, hype-wise, very similar. Yeah.
it was so funny. But to land this plane on Indianapolis, like yeah, I think there's nothing really solidified yet. We can go a lot of different ways, but I do credit Indianapolis for keeping the flexibility because had they signed Daniel Jones for 2 years, they were really in the shitter because we'll have to deal with this basically another offseason. Whereas if neither quarterback is really the answer, you play who you think, excuse me, you can play whoever you think wins games for you or set you up for a better draft round pick. You let Daniel Jones walk, maybe even let Riley Leonard walk, even though he's kind of just minding his business as QB3. Then you draft whoever you think will fit better. And you have your pick of the litter, really, because
Mm-hmm.
between Aller and Lenore's and Nussmeier, now personally, I don't think Archie's going to come out. I feel like
I don't think he will either.
like unless he just has like a nuclear junior season where it's kind of like if you come back, why? He's not coming. He's not coming out.
He
Now,
has to. I think for him to leave, Mason, I think he has to win the Heisman and win a Natty. Give yourself
Per-
nothing left to really go after in college.
I
per-
think
Personally, I could see Nico staying one more year at UCLA too.
he has no. That's different. Nico has to stay. He has nothing. Like
Yeah,
he
if
that
if Nico if Nico tried coming out now, he's lucky if he's a mid-round pick.
like forget burning a bridge at Tennessee. Like they dropped the heroes. They dropped the atomic bomb on that bridge.
I was gonna say he let that SOB on fire.
I'm talking about like that's
Freaking lighter
bad.
fluid.
Like and we feel bad. I kind of feel bad for the kid because at the end of the day, this was like the dark side of NIL. Like you think you're worth something, and the team was like, no, you're not.
Well, between that and I've heard the phrase helicopter dad. His dad's equally to blame for screwing it up as maybe he is, and I don't know what he has said. A lot has been said about what his dad's said and done, but yeah,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you do all this bantering and you go to another place. He has to show out just to validate,
yeah,
like, because if he comes
yeah,
out bad for UCLA, they're going to be like, you were asking for a pay raise, you were asking for this, you were asking for that. Like, we're not impressed.
yeah.
You will get run to
And
the
then
ground.
I could see Carson Beck actually having a good year at Miami, but do I think he's gonna be like at the good as Cam Ward was there? Hell no.
he's gonna have a he's gonna have like a Dylan Gabriel type career at Miami. If the high end for him is like a Dylan Gabriel type, where he or maybe
Mhm.
even a Bo Nix type, where it's kind of like you get to this new second high power spot and you have a really good year, and then you kind of just ride that momentum for whatever it's worth.
You're
Into
good.
yeah.
You're good. You're talented. You're there for a reason, but you're in a do your job type offense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily, it's not quite the truck and trailer conversation where, like, you can say quarterback is easily a trailer because Bo Nix and Dylan were really good at Oregon, but that doesn't always translate to NFL. And in those offenses, half the time, if you're able to get ball to playmaker on Oregon, I mean, those guys are gone. It's not that way in the NFL. I did hear Mason, I want your take on this and we can keep moving. I did hear an interesting thing on the herd, and I've also heard it on other shows that when you look at the anatomy of an NFL quarterback, of where they've came from in college, look at the ones that are having success in the league. They've all, very few of them have played for like college football big boys, with the lone exception of like Joe Burrow at LSU. But even LSU, they're not a perennial year in year out powerhouse. They have years they're white hot, but other years they regress to the mean and they're like 9-3, 8-4. That's not bad. That's just the reality of what they are. But like Mahomes came from Texas Tech, right? He was at a talent deficit every single year. Josh Allen, Wyoming. Wyoming was underdogs damn near every time they stepped into a stadium, right? Uh, Lamar Jackson at Louisville, they're not thought of as a football power. I mean, you can just keep going down the list of these quarterbacks. Very few of them come from Ohio State, which just out talents people the second they walk out on a field, right? Oregon walks out on a field. Man, they're faster than anybody just stepping out there, right? Michigan, Georgia, Alabama, whatever school. There's exceptions to the rule, but they're very few. Most of these guys, they got really good playing for lesser programs where they had to struggle each Saturday. Their talent was not comparable to maybe their opponents. So everything they got, they earned. Does that make sense? And that
Yeah,
translates to the league a little bit.
like yeah, like I know. I want to say I think Jalen Hurts started off at Alabama and then he had to go to Oklahoma for 1 year. And then Baker Mayfield, I think he didn't. I don't think Baker Mayfield started off at Oklahoma. I think he started off at Texas Tech and then transferred. And then same with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray started off at like A&M and then he had to transfer to Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
Oklahoma quarterback resurrection. How about those
I
are the
mean,
days?
but that was also when they had Lincoln Riley, and he's been dubbed like a quarterback guru or whisperer, whatever the frick you want to call him. But I do think it's an interesting correlation. Like Big Ben went to Miami of Ohio. Russell Wilson was at NC State and then went to Wisconsin. Phillip Rivers went to NC State. Aaron Rodgers went to
and
Cal.
then
Michael
Carson
Penix.
Wentz went to North Dakota State.
Michael Penix went to Indiana. I mean, the majority of these guys that you can say are doing really well in the league, they again, with very few outliers, most of these guys went to programs that on their Saturdays they were fighting for their lives regarding what they were able to do and put up, and they took a lot of lumps and losses. It's ironic, you don't see a lot of Alabama, 5-star quarterbacks in the league. You don't see a lot of Georgia quarterbacks in the league. Matt
What
Stafford
you
be
talking
damned.
about? Jalen Hurts is in the league. Tua is in the league. Yeah, we do.
Okay, how long do we think Tua is going to last at the rate he's going?
You know,
Jalen Hurts,
we-
time out.
that
Whoa, whoa.
wasn't that
You're
wasn't
the
the
main
question.
person that bashes Jalen Hurts, and now you're going to give him props. And
No,
by the way, he transferred
I'm
from.
answering your question. This isn't about my bashing. I'm just answering your question. You said there's not a lot, and clearly they are. That's all I'm saying.
There's a few outliers, but you can't name like 10 of them. You
I
can't
think
name a third of the league.
I think
Give
the
me a school where you can name 10, Todd. Give me a school where you can name 10.
No, not a single school, but like
So what are you talking
college
about?
football,
so
college football blue bloods.
here here's the more here I think here's a more nuanced part of what Todd is getting at, Monty. When you look at the list of the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks in the league, however you want to dissect them within that 10, the majority of them probably didn't really go to like these super loaded, all-time great teams.
Bingo.
A lot of them, the wins and losses depended on how they played. Like
Yep.
you can't. There were times in Alabama, like we talk about like John Parker Wilson and all them kind of quarterbacks. I can't remember his name. Who's on the staff now? That's under whatever. Nevertheless, Jay Coker, like a lot of
The
these quarterbacks.
McCarrons of the world, AJ McCarron, and
Thank you. Like
yep.
we're talking about
Greg
quarterbacks that you
McElroy.
can. A lot of these programs.
Alabama right now has the most starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So
That
I
is
don't know what the
honestly that's a
It's
newer
a new.
trend. Let's be real.
No, I'm just
That's a
talking
new
about right now.
that's
I
a
can't talk
that is
about the
a
past. I'm talking about
that
right
is
now.
that's true. That's still a newer trend, and none of them are considered top 10.
I was going to say, who's
No,
the
that's
best
not true.
Alabama quarterback in the league right now? Would we all agree
Hurts
it's Tua?
Hurts Hurts is
Her,
top 10, and Tua when he's healthy is borderline top 10. And we
Hurts
don't
did
know
not.
about Bryce yet.
Hertz didn't
Hurts went to
really
Oklahoma for
refine
1 year.
until he went to Oklahoma.
I love Jalen Hurts. He's a Super Bowl champion quarterback. A lot of things, a lot of quarterbacks can't say. If we're talking about just this pure skill of the position, eh, you'll be tough to argue.
Don't
Top
do it.
10,
Don't do it. Don't do it,
I could
Mason.
probably
Don't
see
do
I
it.
that.
mean, you've even
Not
done it,
top 5.
Monty.
Not top 5.
I mean, Monty and I literally took this to court last season that where Jalen Hurts is
Yeah.
ranked or should be ranked. Is
Listen,
he
I think
overrated, underrated, etc.?
he's the greatest winner of this generation. Now, pure quarterback skills, he has flaws. Can't throw over the middle. He's small. He holds onto the ball. But we've watched him in the biggest games. He delivers, and that matters.
That's true. Matter of fact, it's actually funny we're talking about this now because Philadelphia, in a lot of ways, is a lot like how Alabama's constructed. What do I mean? That is a team that is loaded in
Balanced.
almost
Yep.
every position group, on the field. Like you look all over the field. They had top 10 guys at their positions everywhere. That's not to say that Jalen Hurts still needed to produce. He needed to. He's the quarterback. He needs to do his job.
That
They were
makes
able
me
to do a lot of
sick.
what they did by a crazy offensive line, the best running back in football, and a defense that was,
But
that had no
Mason,
hole, that had no
is
weaknesses.
it is your job as the GM to get the best players possible, or your job is to get okay players? Like I'm not knocking Philadelphia.
I'm not knocking them either. The job is to build the best team possible. How about that
Yes,
question?
your
You're building
your
the best
job is
Listen,
to
team.
build the best roster with the means
listen,
given. Trade,
listen,
free agency, drafting.
listen.
Philadelphia is
Y'all
is
gonna be
walking proof.
mad. Y'all gonna be mad if this Tesla kid in Detroit is good. Y'all gonna say the same shit about my favorite quarterback, Jared Goff. Because if this Tesla kid is good with JMO and St. Brown and Gibbs, he has weapons galore. And the knock is going to be, oh man, he has
I
a
hate
good
I
O
hate to say
line
it.
and weapons.
I
It's
hate to
coming.
say it like this,
It's
Monty. I
coming.
really do. Detroit has lost enough to where they earned it.
Yeah.
like like it's to a point where we know like it wasn't just a perfect fit and y'all just overwhelmed the world with talent. There were still things that needed to be worked out with Jared Goff, the receiving core, and the defense.
You
And
guys, we have to take a quick little pause. We just got to
pause.
highlight Martin. Martin in the chat, and I just want to highlight his question because he did do a super chat. Gotta highlight him real quick. Sorry, it's part of the rules.
Oh,
Um,
don't say sorry.
no, here's Martin's question is in the chat.
What's the question?
Not
It's in
much
the
of a
chat.
mystery. What
QB
have
is
you
not much of a
seen?
mystery. What have you seen? Guys like Big Ben, Matt Ryan, Boston College, Dak, Mississippi State. Which QB is doing that? That's my guy. So I think this is in reference to. Sorry, Matt Martin. I'm multitasking here.
I was looking for the question too, so I could try to read it.
Oh, it's in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the
She
chat.
put it in the
Oh,
chat.
here it is. QB's not much of a mystery. What have you seen? Which QB is doing that? This is an interesting. He worded it interestingly.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's responding to the dialogue.
Mm.
I mean,
So
it's
Appreciate my
where
words.
the
piggybacking off of
quarterbacks
what
come
I
from?
said, which
Yeah, like
is,
we, like a
yeah.
lot of the. It's a lot of the top.
Appreciate you, Martin. I just want to do my job.
Basically, a lot of the quarterbacks. When you really break it, if you try to rate the quarterbacks 1 through 32, like you're gonna notice that a lot of the quarterbacks near the top in that top 15 or that top 10, whatever you want to do, a lot of them did go to the smaller schools.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller schools in comparison. Because when we say Mississippi State's not small, we get Iowa State's definitely not small. Like the only small school on that list is probably Miami of Ohio, but that's back in the time where you actually went to a school you wanted to go to and not where you got paid. I
I,
Mm-hmm.
digress.
I
But
think, Mason, real quick, I think the easiest way to do this is what sets you up for what life in the NFL is going to be like. Because when you get to the NFL, your margins, as if they're not tight already, they get even tighter. Nobody's open. You either have to throw people open or you have to make the right throw precisely on time. There's no leeway, right? In college, again, you can have it's not necessarily high school bad, but there can be such a massive discrepancy in
And
talent
talent.
that you can be an average quarterback on a loaded team and you're still going to win 42 to 3 or whatever the case is, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
NFL, the gap between the best team in the league and the worst team, while it can still be marginal, it is definitely tighter. Like we've seen like bad Raiders teams almost beat the best Kansas City Chiefs teams, right? It happens.
so
So when
uh,
you're in college, you're in one of these, Mississippi State's, Iowa's, Wyoming, God forbid an FCS school. If you're already playing with tighter windows, you don't have the talent compared to the roster across the field from you. You're already auditioning for what it's like to have to do that at a next level if you're able and blessed to go
so
there.
so Todd, here's a fun way to put this question because I think it's really fun. Who were some receivers that Bryce Young played with at Alabama? Who were some
Oh
guys that Bryce
man, I
Young
need to
played
pull
with?
that roster up.
Shoot, I don't know.
Like
Didn't he
who?
have like 3 or 4 NFL guys? I need to look it up, but
Okay,
I
like
think he
who?
may have had two,
Okay,
maybe
who
one
who were
top.
some receivers that Tua played with? Tua played. Didn't Tua
Devontae
play with
Smith,
Messi?
Yeah, Tua played with Smith.
Okay, who were some receivers that Dak Prescott played with?
I don't even know.
Who were some receivers that Matt Ryan played with? Ben
can't
I
Trifon
name.
don't even
played
know.
with?
I don't
Like
know any.
like that. Like
Boston
that's kind of the
College.
conversation we're
Boston
having.
College don't produce
Like it's
much.
like it's funny. That was one of the things they said about Bryce Young at Carolina, which wasn't about him. It was about the receiving core. Bryce Young had at Alabama was better than what he had at Carolina his first year.
Yeah, but
So
you can also be a great college wide receiver that doesn't translate to the NFL too. Just because you don't make it to the NFL doesn't mean you wasn't a good college wide receiver
I
at
mean
the time.
that's
I mean,
Because there's a
yes,
difference
great
between
college
talking about
players. Great.
NFL talent wide receiver and college talent
and
wide
how many
receiver.
times do you get a Joe Burrow situation where not only do you get probably the best receiver in college to go to your team,
No, yeah,
and you
see,
happen to
it
play
was
with him?
cheating. It was
Yeah,
cheating. It was cheating.
that's
Well, the
Je-
Bengals made sure that they
Jefferson
got
and
his
Chase,
guy.
like that's cheating. What he had on that squad is should be illegal to do. But
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 ain't it
that's
ironic that the Bengals still like they're a 9-win ball club at best? Worst case scenario. I mean, we've
10
seen what the
game,
worst is.
but
10
that
game. Yep.
but
That's what the Bengals proved. 10 game.
but that's kind of the argument though. That's the argument that Todd and I are not really arguing, but the point Todd and I are trying to make at schools like Alabama and some like back in the day, Florida and LSU, like some of these schools, they had surefire NFL talent across the board. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
Hmm.
like there's a chance that like Slade Bolden and guys there are guys who are great in college that we know aren't really NFL prototypes, but if you're a quarterback at Alabama, for a lot of those guys, like a lot of them are now in the NFL with you. Like they are
I
they are in their own right are already going to be top picks without your help. They could have
I
went anywhere
coin
else,
it
but
as
they just
I
happen to be
coin
at
it as
Alabama.
playing football in a vacuum in college, meaning like there's very little resistance. It isn't until you play, like if you're Alabama, maybe it's playing a Georgia, maybe it's playing an Ohio State. There's very few schools that legitimately make you break a sweat. So
Mm-hmm.
for certain positions, yes, everyone still has to do their job. God forbid you don't, you will get embarrassed. But if assuming everyone does their job and plays to the level of talent they're capable of when they're at these colleges, I coin it as playing football in a vacuum because, again, you're just more talented than the team you line up against on any given Saturday. That is not the case in the NFL. On even the worst teams in the NFL, they have some of the best players that college football has seen around that time frame. Now, there's obviously draft misses, bust, whatever. And Philadelphia is living, walking proof of not missing on draft picks and then doing shrewd, very smart free agent pickups, right? And or trades. But even bad teams in the NFL still are loaded with guys from college. It would be jokingly like a college all-star team. On the worst teams, God forbid the best ones. So the margin, if you go from having no what's the term I want to use? Adversity. If you have no adversity in college, right? You've been from powerhouse program. You've just been bigger than anybody that goes on the field against you, and you just clean house. The second you hit the NFL, it's a whole different world because now that discrepancy is gone. Poof.
Mm-hmm.
That's me not lying. Like it, but you really can't argue that for a lot of positions. Um, it's really universal for anybody. When you have to really be the guy and things depend on how you play, it matters. I mean, I know Penn State still a top 25 program, so it doesn't quite fit the mold. But think about the players that kind of come from that program, like obviously Saquon, Allen Robinson. You have the
Tight
Baltimore
ends,
kid
Pat
Jackson Smith.
Fryermuth, Mike Gesicki.
Like
J-
these,
Uh, yep.
like you basically we're mentioning guys that like yes they are top guys for sure, no doubt. What about the rest of their team? Like these are guys that yes they got drafted, and sometimes their teammates aren't seen again until the sixth round. Like whereas like Bryce Young and Will Anderson, both Jameer Gibbs, like like you're seeing guys basically go by the bucket load in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft
Hmm.
every single year. That that's just a different level. Because imagine like yeah, if you double team Will Anderson, well you got another NFL draft pick on the other side of him going, attacking the quarterback. Well, that, it's easy to do that. Whereas like if you're like where did Aaron Donald go to college? Because I think
Pitt. Pitt.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
exactly.
Yep.
Aaron Donald going to Pitt, it's him. Who
Yep.
else is from Pitt that's in the league right now that played on that team?
I mean, Pitt's put guys in the league, but they put them in so sporadically and at so many different positions. The team still finishes like 7-5, but those guys dominate at their individual position, hence get drafted.
Like that's why like some guys just get struggled because they're wondering like, dang, why are there no open lanes to the quarterback? Well, there are no open lanes to the quarterback because when you're at Bama and there's four of y'all that are going first round, yeah, they have no choice to try to guard y'all,
I don't know. Like,
one on
it depends on the system, right? Because you take a quarterback who I watched play this weekend, Hendon Hooker, who people tried to tell me if he didn't get injured would have been a first round quarterback. I never believed that, but people tried to tell me that. And the system he ran in Tennessee was simplistic. They didn't even have a play call. He looked at the sideline, saw a card number, and threw deep passes. That was it. There was no processing. There was no nothing. And you see him and his wide receiver Hyatt have trouble translating to the NFL game because they didn't run an NFL offense. They ran a gimmicky, basic offense.
college
And
offense.
I mean, Monty's system matters. I agree with you. That is not disputable. However, to I'll piggyback off you for a second. Ole Miss. I know they've changed recently with Harbaugh, or not Harbaugh, I'm sorry, Lane Kiffin is their coach. They have like three or so NFL receivers in. DK Metcalf, AJ Brown's another one, and I think Laquan Treadwell was another guy. I don't know where he's at right now. all that said, the knock on Ole Miss was is their wide receivers. That offense was so elementary and so simplistic that those guys did not run NFL route trees, and so there was questions of are these guys going to be worth a damn in the league? AJ Brown's a top 10 receiver, argue a wall. DK Metcalf earned his money in Seattle, and now he's with us. And he got drafted in the third round, even though he like had a insanely impressive scouting combine, the shirtless pictures and all that nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree system matters, but there are stereotypes attached to some of these universities like, hey, these receivers can be good, but man, they do not run NFL route trees, so you're going to have to coach them. It's interesting to see what NFL teams, what they look at in a guy and what coaches are like, oh, I can coach that into him versus, oh, that's a red flag. We're going to have to coach him on that. Like, who's scared of coaching, to quote Mike Tomlin? It's kind of funny.
But it also depends on where you're at in your program. If you're the Jets and you're building, you can take a chance and develop a wide receiver. But if you're the 49ers and you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you
You
might
can't
not
take a
have the
guy. Yeah.
luxury of saying, yeah, he might not be ready the next year. So it all depends on the team and where they're at in their program.
I would I would unfortunately argue too that it's kind of swung in the other pendulum too, mainly because of the state of college sports. If this is 20, like if a lot of these players are playing now, Ben Roethlisberger doesn't stay at the Miami of Ohio.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
He's at
yeah.
state probably halfway through the season. Like
There's too much technology out nowadays. If you can ball, and I don't care what sport it is, if you can ball, you will be found and you will be wooed and, courted. That's
and
just how it
and,
is.
and it's
Guys
the
don't get hidden anymore.
now I'm not sure how true this particular fact is, but there have been some there's been like talk about how if a player is at a small school and chooses to stay there, that is considered a red flag. It's like, oh, why does he want to stay there? Does he not, want to compete? Does he not want to, see what he can do against the big guns? Like it, where staying
When you say
loyal,
small school, what you mean Division 2, Division 1, or the small Division 1 team?
Small
small,
Division
small division,
One.
small division one. So like, if you want to stay, I was an HBCU kid. If you want to stay at Jackson State, if Deion Shador and Travis Hunter all want to stay at Jackson State, are they going to be like, well, they didn't really play the best calm. I think they're trying to scare of calm. Like, are they really going to keep siding with that, or did
Not
they
with
have?
Hunter, because Hunter was a top prospect. I think he would have been able to break through. Shador might have been say he babied his father, small school, so it might have hurt Shador more than it hurt Hunter. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts Hunter, but it
Carson
definitely.
Wentz would have been an interesting one. He was highly talked about when he was at North Dakota State. Was a Division II champ, phenomenal quarterback, and obviously ended up being taken number 2 overall by the Eagles. We now know the rest of the story. If it happens in today's day and age, I can't. There's no way in high hell he stays at North Dakota State. Maybe he stays 1 year, still gets an A natty, but I mean, surely somebody would have got him. Josh Allen, there's no way in high hell. I mean, and maybe Allen proves us wrong, and maybe he stays at Wyoming. He really loves some guys are loyal to who gives them love off the jump
You
versus who's
see,
trying to court
you
them
see the
now.
weather in Wyoming. He would have left.
I guarantee you there has to be college scouts that are kicking themselves for, you know, they had recruiting tapes of Josh Allen and we're like, nah, pass. And he goes to Wyoming and granted, when he came out into the draft, like it was almost an AR situation. Like, hey, the tools are there, but if y'all remember, Josh Allen was raw as heck coming into the league. Like
Hmm.
he had a lot of things he had to fine tune. He was not what we see now. Granted, the physical gifts really haven't changed, but like his refinement was not there.
The two things that helped Josh Allen out. Number one, obviously got the quarterback trainer that he got, which is now training AR, ironically. And two, he stayed healthy. Like as physical as he played, he still stayed on the field to get better. So there's
Yep.
that. But
When you watch Josh, and even though they're the same size, AR, Josh delivers the blow. AR takes the blows. Like there's a difference in their running style. AR is being hit. Josh is doing the hitting, which I don't like to see, but that's the difference. That's why AR keep getting hurt because he's not finishing. They're finishing on him.
he 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 keeps taking the physicality for granted. Like that's another thing that is an issue with a lot of top high school or college guys. Is like AR has played football in high school and college, so where he was just the strongest dude. Where it's like, oh, I
Yes.
can just do me, and you're gonna bounce off of me. Well, clearly that's not the case in the NFL
Now
anymore.
you're going against the same size, if not bigger guys. Again, when these guys have been playing middle school, high school, some of them college ball, they were simply bigger, faster, stronger than any of the guys they ever had to go against. And so it would flash, it would show. When you get to the NFL, and again, this isn't to try to be like a disingenuous knock on people. There are certain people that either they don't have the physical traits, so it's by default that they have to become cerebral, or there's guys that have those, like, okay, credit Lamar Jackson. Lamar has always had those physical gifts, and he could have said, coaching be damned, I am who I am, I'm going to play how I want to play regardless. The last 3 years, let's be honest, even though he's not won a Super Bowl, we've seen a evolution in Lamar Jackson. He's become a marketably better pocket passing quarterback. His completion percentage is up, his QBR is up, his interceptions have been down. Like, we have seen a change in Lamar Jackson. He is still the same Lamar Jackson that can run a ridiculous 40-yard dash. He can still make guys miss in a phone booth. He can still do the wow plays, but he's become a lot more cerebral, right? Josh Allen, same way. Patrick Mahomes always had a ridiculously talented arm, could always throw off center 70 yards flick of the wrist. These guys have become a lot more cerebral. If you get to the league and you quit evolving and you're just like, I'm just going to lean on my talent and my talent alone, you will not be in the league
Well,
long.
coaching matters, right? So
Yes.
Lamar, the first year they knew, okay, he's not ready. We're gonna build a system around what he does best, because what he does best is better than what we've ever seen. And then they allow him to grow and take the natural steps, because Baltimore, number one, is a great organization and it had a foundation. As opposed to, and I root for Trey Lance, right? He hit some good passes, but I got to see it in the regular season before I say that Trey Lance is an NFL quarterback. But he went to a team that is trying to win now. They could not wait with his development. They thrust him into the lineup. He wasn't ready. Injuries matter. So when and at North Dakota, he only threw the ball a couple of times, literally. One year he threw the ball a couple of times, so he didn't have the experience, sort of like AR, where they don't know defense. They don't know how to read defense. They don't know how to process quickly because they haven't had to do it. And when you don't get the reps to do that, you're behind the eight ball, especially when you get injured. But he went to a team, even though the 49ers have a marvelous coach, they're trying to win now. They couldn't wait to say, oh, his development is going to cost us games. No, we need to win now. So where you go matters, and coaching matters in the NFL.
Trey
I
Lance needed NIL in the worst way possible.
yeah. Now I'm only saying this because I want to make sure we're covering our bases here. Baltimore is a great organization. Done a lot of great things. Baltimore is also at fault for waiting so long to get Lamar the talent at wide receiver specifically.
That's
Oh,
Like
not
yeah.
true.
I think
That's not true. They drafted three wide receivers in the first round. Stop it.
win,
They
win,
just haven't been good.
win.
Bateman, Zay, and it was somebody else. They had a all pro tight end.
They
Nope,
just
they
Perryman.
took
You're
wide
talking about
receivers.
Rashad
They just they
Perryman.
yeah, they just have not
Hollywood
worked out.
Brown. Hollywood Brown.
They just
There you
had,
go,
yeah,
Hollywood
Hollywood
Brown.
Brown. They haven't worked out. They've drafted first round wide receivers. They just have not worked out. Where they
not
took
not
Hollywood
not
Brown that same year, I think the Lions took St. Brown. So it's the luck of the draw, man. Like
Baltimore is
they've
also
tried to give him weapons. They just hasn't worked out.
Baltimore has also gone through an evolution of how they still play ball. They still run the ball very healthy. You have Derrick Henry, you're going to run the freaking ball,
As you
and
should.
Lamar can. But when they got Todd Munkin, what was the coordinator they had before that got let go? Good
Oh,
friends with Harbaugh's
in San Diego, Roman.
Roman. Yeah,
Greg Roman, yeah.
I mean Greg Roman. There it is. That was an offense predicated on heavy run scheme with just enough play action and or passing schemes to get by. And obviously it still worked. You were still winning 75+% of your games and you were making playoff runs, but it wasn't sufficient enough in the long haul, right? Again, so maybe receiver wasn't as high a priority in the Greg Roman era. Now, yes, it is. You in today's NFL, you have to be balanced. Even if you're a running offense like the Eagles can run that rock 35 plus times between Barkley, any other running back, and Jalen Hurts. They are still dangerous enough throwing the ball. They're balanced enough that you have to give it credit. Baltimore has gotten to that point as well. Hence why they have now started investing. I think Perryman is the only one I would deem as a bust. Hollywood Brown, I know they traded, but Zay Flowers has been a nice surprise for them. And Bateman isn't a bad receiver. He's not great, but he's not bad either.
Yeah, he's okay.
Agreed. Hey, and not to get too far off topic because I just hopped on with y'all real quick. You all were talking about the Anthony Richardson situation, and from the outside looking in, I have noticed the accelerated sense of urgency to thrust first round quarterbacks onto the field. But whenever you see a quarterback like Anthony Richardson struggle early, I normally never blame, the child for breaking a glass plate. You know what I mean? It's almost like
Right.
Yeah,
you have to teach young people not only how to play the position the right way, but to handle the scrutiny, to handle the praise, and how do you balance that to ensure that they keep refining themselves on and off the field? I think Anthony Richardson is still in that early, like some of the earliest stages of quarterback development. His maturity has always been a question, not maturity as in is he out here, doing Deshaun Watson type of stuff, not that level of maturity,
you're
but
talking
there has been a mature.
professionalism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right. Just simple, podium decorum. Don't give out as much more information than you need to the
yep.
media because their primary job is to, debunk whatever it is that you're attempting to convey, and then plaster a random story out there. So he has to be more aware of that.
Don't
And
tap out
also,
of the
again,
game.
uh, don't tap out in the game.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
maturity issue with the football.
that was
But
bad.
definitely that absolutely. But that definitely in Anthony Richardson's case, the tools are undeniable. I think one of their scouts mentioned that Anthony Richardson is an alien when it comes to his physical traits, as far as the arm talent as well as the mobility and the ability to create, but he's still relatively high school-ish when it comes to what we need to see out of him. But
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys. Sorry about
Yeah.
You're
You
good.
good.
So I have to
No,
step away
he's
and start
right.
knocking accounts out, and I'll try to get back in shortly. But Mason, I know I've talked to Pete about this, and maybe I have with you as well. To his point, I will say that's where a lot of people are very strongly opinionated on transfer portal and the NIL. That has been one unintended, I think, silver lining of the NIL, which is in the past, if a guy had a high grade on him, and this was before they were at least publicly getting paid. If you had an NFL future, you were bouncing the second you could. A college degree could wait. You could get it online. You still can. If you were NFL grade, you were supposed to bounce. Development be damned, and you were hoping you went to the right place. Now I think if there's guys like Drew's a great example. Drew probably could have went to the league, if not last year, maybe the year before. Now where he gets taken, not a damn clue. But now these guys stay at college, stay a little bit longer, keep refining, keep developing. They get paid now. Now, it's not an NFL contract. It doesn't touch that money, but you definitely have food in your belly. You definitely have clothes on your back. You definitely have a roof over your head. You're taken care of. You're no longer, it's not like what it had been.
Right.
Um, so now these guys are staying longer. I think it gives everybody transparency, right? Hey, we really like this kid at blank university. Okay, what year is he? Okay, he's a redshirt sophomore. Okay, technically he could come out um, the right people, hopefully the right people and not the wrong ones, give him advice. Hey, stay in school. The school's going to give you a $2 million contract, a $1 million contract, whatever, right? Hey, that's instant money. You're not hurting for money. You can stay at the school, keep developing if that's an option, right? And your results bear out. the NFL teams now are able to look at the guy through an expanded sample size and go, hey, we know what this kid is now. There's no question marks. Yes, there's things that we can polish up on or not, but we know what we've got. Versus before, yeah, you had like Trey Lance. You had half a season with Trey Lance. You took him off of potential alone, and we've now seen where that's gotten him, right? So now these guys, because they're getting paid, they have the option to stay longer, either refine stuff and or keep. The more you put stuff out, the more people are going to know what you are.
But what y'all talking about, Ty? What y'all talking about? I don't hate to butt in, but
We were talking. We've kind of been all over the place, but these quarterbacks. We were talking about AR quarterbacks like AR, the pressure he's under going into this year, but also like guys. If he does not pan out in Indy, ready, the quarterbacks that Indy may take in his place, may draft this upcoming draft, and the benefits that some of these guys have had now with NIL and stuff. Right? These kids don't have to.
I don't think it's over for AR. I don't think it's over for AR.
I don't think so either. Like I think there's still some runway left for him to really figure it out.
He just need to go see the Wizard of Oz. He just need to go see the Wizard of Oz.
This goofball, this guy right here.
I love being a Kansan and knowing that reference.
And get him some heart. That's it. The only thing AR needs at this level is a little bit of heart. Because I think he can play the position. I think he can play quarterback. He just needs some heart and just take a deep breath. AR, you there now? I don't know if I don't necessarily, I wouldn't call it pressure though, Mason. You think it's pressure? You think it's this season right here is pressure on him?
Yes, I do. Because here's the thing.
What if he don't start though? What if he don't start?
That's a huge red. That's kind of a huge red flag because what I said in the very beginning is Indy was smart for bringing in Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones is a guy that can be beat. Like,
oh yes,
I would have understood they brought in somebody like I don't know, Aaron Rodgers, some random name where it's like, oh man, that guy's probably gonna be the starter. No, Daniel Jones has his own issues. Daniel Jones has his own reasons as to why he's not starting anymore. So if Anthony Richardson can beat him out, that's great, but that's also the bare minimum for him at this particular juncture. The fact that he hasn't won the job outright at this point is a concern. That's where it is. But
I mean,
brought up the
my thing with AR is him being able to start where he finished. Meaning, if you start the season game, we need to see you finish the season too.
That's true.
We gotta see you.
It's not a woe is me statement, but let's be honest. When it comes to a conversation about AR, the only reason we have these kind of conversations is because he was drafted in the first round. If AR is drafted in the Dak Prescott spot or a middle round pick, he has a longer runway. He's got more leniency, and also vice versa. If he doesn't perform, he's cut, and we don't even know who Anthony Richardson is, right? Unless you're a Florida fan. But because he was drafted in the first round, because he went to a program or a franchise that needed quarterback, because Shane Steichen is his coach, because they have a good roster, because of all these boxes that we can check down the line, there is inherent pressure on Anthony Richardson. Again, if he was a middle-round pick, we're not having this conversation. So, fair or not, he has this pressure inherently on him.
I don't think he has no pressure
if
on
he
him.
Went to it, okay, if he ready, if he was traded right now.
I just think that Indiana already got like a plan for what's going to happen with AR, to me.
Well, they've already got an insurance policy. I guarantee you. They have an insurance policy.
Under pressure, though.
But also, here's the issue too with Anthony Richardson. Just hasn't been on the field. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Because put it like this, Freddie. Let's say I hire you for a job. Like you weren't the best at this job, but we see you can be good at this job. And
there's potential.
And then you keep taking vacation. It's like
that ain't gonna work.
I mean, my analogy is if I buy a Ferrari, I'm expecting that car to be a freaking Ferrari. I'm not expecting it to have Chevy whatever problems. I'm not expecting it to have, junker car problems. If I draft
who say AR is a Ferrari though, Todd?
If you draft a kid in the first round,
if you buy a 2-seater car, we gonna fuck you up, bro.
You know what I'm saying, Todd? You gotta understand your personnel, Todd. You gotta understand your personnel.
No, I understand, but okay, time out. When you, again, fair or not, this is the reality in the NFL. when you are drafted in the first round, so my Ferrari analogy is if I'm putting money down or stock
Xavier
down.
Howard to the Colts, if anybody cares, cornerback. Yeah, to the Colts.
Wait, what'd you say,
Mason right
D?
on time.
Xavier Howard. I said that this is the week where all those guys that aren't at a camp are going to start moving around, getting workouts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Howard is signing with the Indianapolis Colts,
Man, I
formerly
hadn't
of
heard
the
that name
Miami
in a
Dolphins.
minute. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. But before I step away, yeah, ready. Look, again, if he's not taken in the first, we're probably not having this conversation. And he probably has a lot longer of a runway. He can sit, he could have learned, whatever. They probably start a different quarterback instead of him. But because they took him first, I agree with Mason, though. I think they are playing this smart. If you have to start Daniel Jones, there's both worse and better avenues that you could go, but he is a veteran quarterback in the NFL, but he is very beatable. So if you're AR, your first goal is simply just beat out Daniel Jones, period, point blank. Like that is block number one. And he should be able to do it. Now, if he does or not, whole other conversation, but he should be able to do
I
it.
can't say you should be able to do nothing right now at this point. Because like what Mason say, like you can't even say what you should do if you're not playing. We can say you should do this, you should do that, you should do. If the nigga ain't gonna get on the field, what can we count? What do we expect from the kid?
Yeah.
I mean, and we're hard on NBA players regarding availability, not naming names. The NFL, they're even worse. I mean,
But the
especially at
NFL
the
is not.
quarterback
The
position.
NFL is not for long. So at the end of the
Yep.
day, if I'm an organization and a kid ain't played for me for 2 weeks, this is not Embiid. We can't trust no process
Well,
in the
and
NFL. You can't.
If I'm Shane Steichen, I'm coaching for my job. I cannot have you and your either lack of development or whatever. I can't let it lose me my job.
He can't. Like
I
Mm-hmm.
ain't,
Shane Steichen.
I ain't saying that Daniel Jones is playing lights out, but he's playing like a professional.
I mean, he's been around the block. He may not be very good at it, but he's been around the block.
He's
You
playing
know
the
what I mean?
exact same way you played in New York. That's the thing. Like he's
Yeah.
not really playing that much different. It's just in a different uniform, a different shade of blue. But
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
but
if Indy's game plan next year, and I'm not saying this is going to be it, but if Indy's game plan is, listen, let's just not lose games. Let's play conservative, trust the defense. Obviously, you got Jonathan Taylor. If they do that, their ceiling or floor, however you want to word it, is still probably 9 wins. I mean, just don't lose games. Now they'll lose a number of games because they're not going to be able to go bullet for bullet with somebody. But if their goal is simply to not lose games, I could see them still winning 9 games with that roster.
I can see that too. I can see that too, Todd. I can see that too.
I mean,
I'm mm,
quarterback play is the difference between a 9-win team, depending on if the quarterback loses them games, 9 wins to 11. I mean, two
But
game
Mason, my
difference.
question,
I can't say they're a 12-win ball club unless they show me different.
hey
But
Mason, my question to you though would be like, you done seen these last 2 years with AR. Like,
huh?
what you think was y'all vision when y'all drafted him? What was y'all's vision when y'all drafted him?
The vision he's gonna become like a dual threat freak. Like
Okay.
that was the vision.
More
He was gonna
playmaker,
go ahead.
more like a playmaker.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you were the vision was the fact that he had these God given athletic abilities. He had this God given size that cannot be taught, trained, or developed. The idea is that okay, Shane Steichen, he's a quarterback guru on a professional level because Jalen Hurts had a lot of the same issues. You know, not the greatest
yep.
pocket passer, not the best thrower of the football. Shane Steichen helped get Jalen Hurts right. The idea is that he can do the same thing with Anthony Richardson. The issue is and with Anthony Richardson not being healthy to be on the field, like if Anthony Richardson plays 16 games his rookie year, we're saying it's a completely different story. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have the entire time to work through all those mechanic issues, all those skill issues, and then year two, year three, we're starting to see the progression. We're basically still at square one with Anthony Richardson because of how little he's played. Like when he does play, you see the flashes, you see the good, you see the bad. But eventually, the best ability in the NFL is availability. If he's not going to be on the field, we can't keep waiting for him, especially as our other players get older. Like Grover Stewart is not getting younger. Kenny Moore is not getting younger. Jonathan Taylor plays running back. He's aging in dog years playing that position. You can't keep waiting for him to just be available. Like he needs to show like legitimate progress that these mental reps are actually panning out on the field. If they do not, then we might be looking at another situation where we're getting a quarterback. Like
I think Andy might be doing that right now, bro. Like to have him as a second string quarterback right now, it just showed me that y'all really don't give a fuck about AR. Not saying it like that, like it's a bad thing. It's like y'all seeing his projection, and I don't think y'all think he got a high ceiling at this point.
we don't, because it's like at some point we have to take him for what he is. I think that's one thing that Marshawn was saying. We at some point he is who he is as a quarterback. Now, could he
Did he
leave and
say
be
care?
resurrected somewhere else?
Man, it's
Sure.
football. You gotta produce. Nobody care about your feelings. Football don't care about your feelings. They don't care
Yeah,
about
we don't.
him.
Yeah, just we
What we
get that.
talking
Yeah,
about?
that's a true point. But it's to a point where like you have to understand whatever it is at this point, and you have to move accordingly. If you don't, then you're just kind of living in a purgatory of mediocrity. Now, could Anthony Richardson leave and pull a Baker Mayfield and find success somewhere else? Sure. That's kind of always the fear when it comes to players like him,
But
because
He could be
didn't Baker show
what
us
we
that he could
seeing
play quarterback?
with Trey in with the Chargers. You got a coach who's building up his confidence. You have a system that might fit him better than the one he was drafted in. He's older, he's probably has a quarterback coach. Sometimes you might have to go somewhere else in order to be the best you. Um, if Indianapolis can't wait for his development. But he got to stay on the field. You can't develop if you ain't on the field. That's the
that's
biggest
that's
issue. The
number
Hey, but
one.
development.
Monty, look though, 2 years, that's a long wait, bro. We don't
Yeah.
waited 2 years for your ass.
Because he keeps getting hurt. Like if Anthony Richardson is healthy for first 2 years and plays like 10 to 15 games, I guarantee
Right.
you're not having this conversation. I guarantee it. And I
Oh,
say
I
that
don't know about that one.
no, when
I'm
I
not
wait,
guaranteeing
Monty.
Now we'll
Here's
probably
what
have
I mean
another
by
conversation about
hold
him,
on. Here's
but
what I mean by guarantee. Hold on. Let me let when I say guarantee, we have an answer as to what he is. After
Okay.
two
All right.
years of like in 30 or more
Yeah.
games of football, we understand
yeah.
either A, this is the
Yeah.
answer, we can keep working with him, or and it's probably not gonna cut it. Let's go ahead and go somewhere else. That's what
Right.
we have our answer. We figured it. We don't figured it out by then. But
Shit,
because he plays
I
so
think y'all got to figure it
sporadically,
out right now, Mason. I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I love me some AR because he come from Florida. But when y'all drafted him, like I was vouching for the kid to go early because he's a Florida Gator, right? That's the only thing we had is a high draft pick. But as a Florida Gator fan, what I seen AR do in Florida wasn't too much.
hey, look,
So when
you
y'all
talk.
picked him, I was like, it's kind of
Hey,
crazy.
it's
He
kind of the same.
big. I understand
Look,
he big, but he don't play well at Florida.
look. That's the thing. You talk to any like real Florida fan, they're like, "Hey, we love the kid. Great kid, means well, but football wise, yeah."
He
Yeah,
didn't do that,
he
bro. He
should
was
have
winning like seven
stayed.
games.
He
He
should
was
have
winning
stayed.
7 games in Florida, and he went number 1. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like
I don't know.
people,
I don't know who the scouts
people
is in
talk
the
about.
NFL. Maybe they seen something that we can't see, but
Look,
I went too found on him.
I
I ain't gonna
mean,
lie.
in my opinion, a lot of people saw the physical makeup of Cam, and so they
Oh
were like,
God.
with that, they were like, if
How
Oh
the
Cam,
hell
God.
did he
If
sneak
Cam didn't do
Cam
shit in the
into this
NFL, why
conversation?
the fuck would we think they? Come on.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
mean, but
How did he
I'm just
sneak
saying
Cam
it
in
was
here?
being said.
How
It
the
Cam,
was
fuck did we
being
get to
said.
Cam
I
then?
didn't like it.
well, I
I
ain't
Can
gonna
we
didn't
lie.
get
like it, and
matter of
that's why I
fact? You
didn't
know
watch
what?
the
You know what?
game.
Foul
You
on the
know what,
play.
guys?
Foul,
But it
foul,
was
foul,
Yeah.
foul.
Foul on the
hold
play,
on,
Yeah,
anyway.
foul,
Foul on the
foul
play.
on the play.
It's not
Foul on the
Cam
play.
Newton's fault.
We
Flag
cannot.
on
I'm
the
just
play.
Yeah,
no, I'm
we
just
gonna
How many
move
saying
on
yards,
like
from
D?
that.
How many yards against
I'm
Pennsylvania?
Immediately move on from Cam.
because Cam
D,
Newton
how
was
many
a
yards is the
very, very,
penalty?
very
Damn.
successful college quarterback.
How many
Like
free throws? I don't know what to
Gotta
give.
you
immediately
can't,
pivot from Cam.
How
you
many
can't
free
get more
kicks against
successful
him?
than
Look,
Natty Player of
can
the
we give
Year,
Cam some
Heisman.
love today? I don't want to get on Cam. I'm gonna give him some love. They retiring his jersey.
They
Yeah.
And
are.
listen, I looked it up. Cam did have one of the most unbelievable seasons ever at Auburn.
While
Ever.
we talking about Carolina, can we talk about the panic I heard in Carolina Panthers spaces this weekend?
Oh gosh,
Why?
what
Because
they
Andy
panicking
Dalton got
for?
hurt.
Oh my God, they are
I'm gonna let y'all
panicking.
handle that. I'm gonna go get
Hey
on this
Monty,
horse.
what happened? Fill me in, Monty. Fill me
They
in.
can't score. Their defense is trash.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know about those 7
Wait, how
wins
many? You
said.
had them winning how many games? Ready?
I was going with Carolina. What we got? What we got? Y'all 10, 11?
No, not double digits.
No, they starting off 5-0.
Oh, okay.
They starting off 5-0. Let Jim Brown them tell it.
Yeah.
I thought Jim Brown was confident with 8. I thought he was confident with 8.
Man, they said they starting off 5-0. I know they're getting 11 games.
Jim
They
Brown.
start off 5-0.
Now preseason doesn't mean everything, but it means something. And the fact that y'all ain't moving the ball, that defense can't do any. Like, talk to me, my brother, because I was just listening to space, and the fans aren't real happy. They don't see what you see.
Is Bryce on the hot seat, Jim Brown?
I don't want to go back there. I don't. Well, you know what? I will say this. At least the Panthers did call UFL MVP. What's his name? Lord have mercy.
Bryce Perkins.
Bryce Perkins to come in and signed him. So at least they did something.
So you
quarterback D?
Bryce going to get the job.
Bryce Perkins he was a UFL quarterback for the Michigan Panthers.
Yeah, he was
MVP of the league.
Okay.
But at least they signed him. I'm happy they signed. They picked up a
Bryce
UFL
is
quarterback
going to be
finally.
a starter. There's going to be a Bryce who's the starter. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
Bryce. There's going to be another starter other than Bryce. Yes.
Bryce Young will start, and Bryce Perkins will be able to back him up.
How big is Bryce Perkins? I gotta do my little research on him right quick.
He bigger than Bryce Young. The only thing about Bryce Perkins, he did have like an ankle injury at the end of the season. He was like a mobile problem in the UFL, but he did hurt his ankle, which in the championship game he wasn't as mobile as he was prior. So, but I mean, it could have healed. He's had some weeks off now. That championship was
Sean
early June.
McVay kept him on the active roster for 2 years, as the third quarterback, and wouldn't put him on the practice squad because he was afraid somebody would steal him. So McVay saw something in him.
Yeah.
He didn't develop him totally, but he did see something in him that you kept that third quarterback, young quarterback, on the active roster. That says something. Hey, what's happening?
Love it.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ain't real happy with little Bryce out there.
I said it when I was serious though. When I watched the Browns play the Panthers, I wasn't impressed by their defense, and that's why I was asking questions like how many starters was playing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no excuses when the season starts. You know what I mean?
Ain't no excuses. There are no excuses.
Shador shredded.
So y'all want to talk about Shador or no? Everyone's running around talking about Dylan Gabriel's performance.
Dylan Gabriel had a decent performance other than that pick six.
Yeah.
He had the fumble in the pick. And I don't know how many sacks he got, but I think that this is the best thing that could happen to Shador for him to get out of Cleveland. Because I want him out. I want him to get out of Cleveland. So if Dylan Gabriel does good, decent enough where they feel like we got to keep him because of where we drafted him, we can't just cut him.
Right.
Oh, they definitely not cut Dylan.
Get Shador up out of there.
They're not gonna cut him.
But and I was gonna save this for like the rant. But you know what I noticed? I said the reason why they probably hold on to Shador is because I went on their social media account. And there are about 16 reels since the moment they said Shador Sanders was starting QB. 16 reels around Shador Sanders.
Come on now.
How many do they have of Dylan? 2. 16 reels, collaboration posts included. This is not just like picture posts, these are just reels on their Instagram.
I told y'all he sold out Bank of America.
Reels on Shador Sanders in some capacity. Some of them are one of them was even of Dion.
I mean, at some point they're gonna have to make a business decision. Like
Yeah,
So
business decision is
It's
crazy.
gonna have to be a bit. I mean, what you want? You want to be sorry for
So,
nothing? I mean, at
so you
least you can
saying be
put some,
sorry,
some
but at least
asses in.
people watch? That's what
Yeah,
you're
at least
saying?
people
collaborating
watch.
across the league, collaborating across colleges, collaborating overtime sports, 16 reels on for one guy, and you got two for Dylan Gabriel. That's crazy.
It's a
Dylan.
little
Let me
bit.
see his box. Dylan went 13 for 18, one interception, 143.
Listen, he played. Listen, he played well enough to keep
Better than
the
Shador.
competition.
Let's just say that.
Well,
Let's go ahead
hold
and
on.
put that out there.
No, you got to take it into turnovers. You can't turn over the ball. But he did enough to keep the
That's two
pressure.
turnovers, right? Fumble
Yeah.
and
I think they recovered. Didn't they? We get the fumble back,
I don't
but
remember who recovered. Yeah.
his
I honestly
footwork was
didn't
off
watch
on
on
that,
purpose, so I'm
and
good.
he was I think he was 1 for 6 in play action, which is Stefanski's whole offense is play action. So he probably never did that at college, so he's developing that. I think Shador is probably better at play action, which is Stefanski's offense. But when you're taking in the third round versus a guy in the fifth round, if it's even, if it's close, the third rounder gets it. If the fifth round is only better by a little bit, the third rounder gets it. That's just based on draft status. So. Um, Yeah, I think you keep three of them, right? And if they lose, I think you flip flop Dylan and Shador all year and see who's the better quarterback, so you know what you have.
Flip flop and where?
Um,
Who they getting rid of? Kenny?
yeah, Kenny gone. Like, what we doing out here? Kenny gone. Like,
Is that why he
um,
got this hamstring?
like teams that think they
And then
winning need some
Tyler Huntley
valuable.
out there. Man, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, you
But
go to a team that want a veteran backup who
this
think
shit
they
is
can win.
crazy.
Yes, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it though? Look, it's so laughable, but I don't want it. It's not laughable at the expense of Shador, but it's laughable at this organization. What are y'all doing?
Did they
Why
make
are you
any
wasting
cuts
people's
yet?
time? Why are you playing with people and wasting people's time?
But on the other hand, you could say they did take him fifth. Like I don't know who's going to take him. Right? Was the team going to take him in the sixth? So like on one hand, they took him. You know,
It's gonna be
it,
hard for him to work his way up the ladder in Cleveland, though.
well, if I'm Cleveland, I just get rid of Flacco. Like, why you think you like? What do you? Flacco's 40 years old. Like,
Flacco is literally to keep them afloat, so they have a
yeah,
chance in the North,
I would
a
just give it to
chance, a fighting chance.
fighting
They
chance.
think they think Flacco is just good enough to not make mistakes.
Yeah, Flacco is to
That's the
Yeah,
keep
only
but
them
reason they got
afloat
Flacco.
but
until.
we know he's not. Like, I would give it to Dylan and Shador and let them fight it out the whole year and learn on the job.
No,
Like, you
And I don't
gave
think
I
Miles.
think
Flacco
that
deserves
is,
to be playing.
and you have to also understand this is not Stefanski ain't got no free ride here. His job
Oh,
is,
uh,
you know.
I'm trying to figure
I'm
out
not
what's
saying he gets
Flacco's motive too,
fired if
though.
they don't perform this year,
no,
but
I
his
know what you
job
mean.
ain't stable.
Yeah,
So
you
am I
can't.
gonna
What's
risk it all on a third and a fifth? Heck no.
what's Flacco's motive, y'all? Like, what's this? Do he really think that he gonna do something for this Browns team, or do
But
you think he
he
just
was
like,
the
but
one
I'm
to
getting paid?
sustain them when they went to the playoffs last time. He did it for him before.
I think he feel like Deshaun. The Cleveland Cap. I mean, the Cleveland
Oh shit,
Browns paying.
I
They
forgot
gonna
about
pay
that
us.
guy. I forgot
They gonna
all
pay
that
us.
money they
Like it.
pay him, and y'all forgot about him. That's
We
crazy.
gonna pay. They gonna pay us, bro. We gonna get a check from them, no matter what.
They also
That,
gave. I just read something that they gave that wide receiver Isaiah Bond. They gave him a 3-year guaranteed contract too. I don't know why. Maybe that was the way they got him on the team. He probably had other offers, but I just read where it was 3 years fully guaranteed. Whatever that number is, I don't think it's crazy, but
hold on,
they
hold
said
on. We got Frank Gore Jr. Okay.
that's right. Frank Gore Jr. Let's go. Sorry
I just
about
want
last
to. I
night,
just want
but
to put this
you
out
know
there
what I mean.
too. I
Hey,
want to put this out. The Bills roster don't look like the number one roster in the league.
hey man, I seen it. Season over for the Bills, man. That's how you
Oh and
do
2,
preseason. That's how we do preseason. Hey man, Bills
38 to
suck.
0. That's not a
It's a
good
wrap.
sign.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Your season's over.
We ain't got no
All right, I'm
defense.
back. What are we talking about now?
Oh, there you go, Jim.
Yeah, my
We're
bad.
talking
Terry, the
about
draft
Bryce
already
Young.
happened. What are we
My
talking
wife
about,
came
bro?
to the room, so I
Come
had
on, Terry.
No, I'm just saying. I was the Colts had a marvelous base. I follow no, not Colts, some Panthers fans, and they aren't happy. They don't see your vision of 7-8 wins, Jimbo. What's
no,
going on with
the
the offense?
Panther.
Why isn't it
I
translating?
don't. I don't go into Panther spaces a lot because they're very, very emotional. So, like, I don't look into preseason like that. Like, I'm not stressing that much about our offense. Now, defensively, of course, it definitely needs work. Um, but I'm not stressing like them. Like, they're very emotional, so I don't even go in there. Um, but as far as what I've seen in the preseason, we actually don't look too bad. Um, I mean, it's not like we've played a full half of football. We
You,
do a few
you
drives.
do know y'all don't put up 10 points the whole preseason.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
that doesn't
what are
mean
you
that it's a
seeing?
bad. It doesn't mean that it's bad though. Like our starters
But
don't
what the
play
hell are
a
you
full
saying is
half.
good? You hold on. Even if you want to see
We've
depth
only
too.
seen what in two preseason games. Our starters have played what, maybe 5 drives.
Okay, and the other players haven't put up points on any, like, those are your depth guys, right?
Oh,
You playing second
okay. So
stringers,
our depth has always been bad.
so you're not worried the fact that you're not moving the ball in the preseason.
It's
Like, it don't
it's
mean everything,
preseason.
but it means something, right? Little something, no?
No, not really.
Okay, okay.
Like I've never really put 100% stock in preseason. Like the only thing that I'm would have worried about is if in those 5 drives, if Bryce Young was on his back the whole time and he wasn't.
What
So
about that defense? Because I heard they crying about the
I mean,
defense.
I mean
You
the
got one
defense.
player. You got one player on defense. That's what I heard.
I
One
mean
and a
Derek
half. If
Brown,
JC
Derek
Horn is healthy, one and a half.
Derek Brown and J.C. Horn are our best 2 defenders on the team. So yeah, it's gonna need some work.
Uh, so where you seeing these 7-8 wins then? I know.
I mean, it's not like we're playing a tough schedule. Like I can see us splitting with the Saints. I can see us splitting with the Falcons. Shoot, we could probably split against the Bucks. That's 3 games right there. And then I think we can beat the Jags. That's 4. Like I would have to go down our schedule, but it's not like we playing tough AFC teams every week where we
Now,
won't win 7 games.
are you worried that y'all signed the MVP and that he could be a threat? He could be the real Bryce.
No, no, I'm not worried about that.
He's
We
MVP.
signed him. We signed him because we needed a body. That's why we signed him.
He is an MVP though. He has,
He's an
he,
MVP of UFL. I
I'm just
salute.
saying is, hey, don't disrespect the
I'm not.
USFL, man.
I just
Come
said I
on.
salute that. I salute that he got an
Okay.
MVP in another football league. But again, we signed him because we needed a body.
Okay.
You need a quarterback.
We needed a
Hold
body.
on, hold on. Terry said that he didn't want the Browns to draft Shador.
No,
God.
In the
Oh,
chat, Terry said he didn't want the Browns to draft him.
he gonna get up out of there. We go. I'm praying for it anyway. So
somebody get injured.
He said we gotta find a cure. We gotta find a cure.
But
he gotta
just
leave.
to, because I
I'm
didn't
the only honest
really.
person about my team on here. You know,
I'm honest.
everybody else fanned out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
definitely not
Your
fanned out.
season's over already. I seen it last night, man. It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's not gonna look good for us.
But to finish what I was saying earlier, like it wasn't that I was trying to do any comparisons at all. Like those were being said during the draft process and everything. Like they were comparing him
Well,
to
I heard Josh Allen.
like
Yeah.
the physical stature of Cam. That's what they were comparing him to.
Oh,
So
Oh
I
my
heard
god.
more
I
Josh
didn't
Allen. I
like
ain't
it.
really hear Cam. I
I
heard
didn't
Josh
like it,
Allen.
but those were being said about Richardson.
Okay. That's
Ain't
That's
crazy.
all
nobody
I'm gonna
compare
say.
him to Cam. Ain't nobody compare him to Cam Newton, man. Stop.
All right, bro, you got it. We not doing this.
Did you see what Cam Newton did in college?
I said the physical tools.
I don't care
That's what I
about none of
said.
that shit.
You don't,
Like,
ready, but some people do.
bro, Cam Newton showed his whole behind in
I
college.
know that. I think it's one of
This
the best
dude didn't.
college.
AR didn't do nothing.
I am aware of that. I didn't. That's why I said I didn't like the comparison.
It was more Josh Allen than Cam Newton, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
He's not no fucking Cam Newton,
I
nothing.
never said he was.
Bro, it's only one Cam. I don't think we ever gonna see another Cam again.
We're
In the league.
not. We're not. But I'm saying those were the things that was being said, and I didn't agree with those comparisons. That's what I said.
You just want to throw Cam in there for some reason. I don't
Hey,
understand.
bro. All right, bro.
Shit was crazy.
All right, bro. You got it. We not
Did
doing
you give him some? Did you give him some love this morning?
um,
it. All right, ready. You got it, bro.
Did you give him some love this morning?
Did I
Did you
give him
show him
some
some?
love?
Did,
Did I
did
give
you
him
show
some
him
love?
some love this morning?
Other
I am
than when
concerned
I
about
found out that
Shiloh,
he.
though. I hope he makes at minimum the practice squad.
Oh, Shiloh gonna make the team. What we doing?
You sure?
Oh shit! Hold
Whoa,
on.
whoa,
Shiloh making
whoa.
the team.
Where you get that from?
Yeah. Have
He's
you
a
seen him
special
play?
teamer. What are you talking about?
Shiloh's gonna make the team.
I don't know.
How many tackles
Okay.
he got
Let me
over
write
2
this
games?
down.
How many
Shiloh
tackles?
gonna make the team.
Pass
Yeah,
breakups?
I don't
What?
know if it's definite
I think he makes the team. Like he's been looking good in
based on
camp.
what?
I mean, I haven't seen him in preseason, but from what I've seen from reports, he's been good enough in camp to make the team. Now, will
As
he get
what
any
though? Is it
playing
a special
time?
team?
Will
It's
he
about
get
what
any
I
playing
mean.
time?
Is the field
Question.
production matching what the
Will he get any playing time is the question. But will he make the team? I think he makes the team.
Mm.
He got two. He got two tackles.
Yeah, I don't know if he makes the team.
Shiloh got two tackles.
I think he makes the team. But we'll
We'll
see.
see. Yeah, hopefully.
Well, he
It's
playing
not-
safety.
Yeah, he plays
Yeah, you
safety
trying to see.
and probably
Safety.
big nickel corner. They probably got him in
Who,
big nickel, but
who
he.
was they starting safety though? Oh no, he probably if they can.
I would have to look it up. I don't know who their starting safeties are.
They got all
I'm trying
pros
to.
that they just paid one of the safe. What's his name? Uh, his father was in the league, right? What was their safety? They just paid.
They got Jacob Parrish at safety. They got Kayvon Merriweather. He a safety.
They got somebody else. They just paid him.
I think he a rookie too. He come from Iowa. He playing better than Shiloh right now.
I mean, Shiloh was an undrafted free agent, man. You gotta work hard. Special teams, you gotta be a teams demon, uh, for them to keep you around. You know, especially if you're developing as a safety.
Damn boy, what if neither one make the team?
Come on, stop, man.
Shiloh or Shador?
Well, Shador won't be.
As of right now, they got Shiloh as a third string free safety.
The shit. That's that. I mean,
Or no, fourth string. I'm sorry. 1, 2,
what a stream?
4. They got him 4 going
Shit,
in third right
that's a
now.
long way up, boy.
It just depends on how many free safeties they keep. But I think he makes the team.
You talking about four at free safety? Nah, they ain't keeping four of them. They ain't keeping four free safeties.
That's fair. They'll probably cut one then. But I don't think
And
it'll be.
who do you think that's gonna be?
I don't think it's gonna be him.
What stream
I
you
don't know
say he
that they
was?
like that though. But to look at the free safeties, they got Tyreek Smith as the starter. They got Kayvon Mayweather and Rashad Wilson. Or Wisdom is his name. Rashad Wisdom. So
Kayvon better than Shador. So them two people gone are the first one and the second one gone. He is not
right.
getting
So
them.
it would come it would come down if he can beat out Rashad.
Then you got what? 21 other positions on the field. Sure. Boy,
I think he makes the team, but that's just
sure. You got 21 other positions on the field now. It's gonna be hard for Shiloh to make that team. It's gonna be, and then if you think about Shador, like for them to keep 4 quarterbacks, do y'all think Tyler Huntley is better than Shador?
no.
If you asking that question, then Shador and not an NFL quarterback.
I'm saying
Like,
Huntley be balling though, don't he?
if that's a question, he's not an NFL question. So
Huntley's still around for a reason, y'all.
yeah, he a
I mean,
good
he just got
veteran.
picked up.
He a good veteran. Comes in, knows the system, probably helps in the
Come on
quarterback
now.
room. That don't mean he's getting. You want him on the field. If your
He went
question
10
is,
for 13 Saturday.
Who, Huntley?
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, okay. But he
He
was
went 10,
after Dylan. What quarter he come in on? Second or third?
probably third.
oh God,
and he went 10 for 13. Is that a good show?
But he's also against like the last guy standing. So
See what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he didn't go up. He went up
Man,
against
listen, if
four
Deion
strangers.
Sons don't make these teams, man, that's not gonna be good.
but
They'll
that's
be
what
all
they
right.
want, ready.
Mm,
That's what they want. Cause it ain't
that's gonna
Dion.
be
Because
bad.
look at the kids that came out of Colorado. They ain't having no problems. The other kids, there's no the kid that the wide receiver from
Boy,
at Baltimore. They talking about him on special teams. He's a steal. He's this. He's
Webster.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. You ain't as long as you ain't got the Sanders name on your back, you good.
mm, I
Let's
really
be
hope
for
one of
real.
them make the team though. Somebody got to make the team, man.
Let's be honest. It's about the name.
So Shador got to play next game. He has to play.
Travis Hunter ain't having no problems. The Sanders name is the problem in the league.
Horn ain't having no problems neither.
They ain't
nope.
had no problems.
Jimmy Horn putting in work, boy.
Yeah. Let's call it like it really is. It's the name.
That's
It's
fucked up.
it's yeah, it's been the name. That's why he.
It's
That's
the
why he only
name.
got.
It's
That's why
the
he got
name.
drafted 5th round.
Damn, prime time, you did it wrong.
No, he did wrong.
You did it
No,
wrong,
he did
prime.
wrong.
Damn, prime. I tried to warn you, prime, but you thought you was bigger than me.
Right.
I tried to warn you, prime. You thought you was bigger than me.
Oh.
I had that boy. I had that boy going first round. I had that boy. I had that boy going first round. You know, it might have been easier on Shiloh because everything would have been about Shador, King, Shador. It'd probably been easier on Shiloh going to Colorado. I had that boy going. I had Shador in the first round, man. I told him last year he should have toe out. He should have just left.
Left. Man.
Last year he should have just left. He was hot. He was hot. That boy was hot.
It was all
Mm-mm-mm.
good just a week ago.
He should have toe out last year. I told him. Everybody like, no, no. You go when you. That's why Arch Manning. If they watching what's going on, they don't let this boy stay. No, if he show out this year, they don't let him stay in school. I don't give a fuck who you're drafting. Don't
You
let him stay in
gone.
school. Just let him go.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same.
Yeah,
Let
it's
him go.
uh,
Cause once you stay that next year, you can fuck your stock up.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know.
But as long as people just admit that it's the name and it ain't nothing but the name, that's why Shador is where he is.
it's
Shador,
selfish
but
because
I'm not counting Shador out. I just want him to play the next game. I want him to play the next game. So we
I mean,
can
if he's fully healthy too, I'm sure he will.
if he go out there and hit us with 2 touchdowns again, 2 touchdowns,
Uh, it depends on
30.
Cle- what is Cleveland using the third game for? Are they using it for evaluation? Are they using it to get first team defense and offense some reps to get them ready? I don't know what you're going to use this last game for.
Report this page.
Hold on, let's see. Let's see, man. Let's see some news on the Browns. Let's get some news on the Browns, man. This is the last game right of
Mm,
the preseason, ain't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
preseason. Yeah, the third. Yeah, because the fourth
They
one is
playing
just.
they playing y'all Rams. Is y'all gonna let damn you for 500 yards? Oh, that's for both games. Monty.
What's
Bennett
happening?
the fourth.
The four? What you talking about?
Your quarterback in LA.
What about him?
He threw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Oh, when you play Buffalo?
Nah, your in preseason, the preseason games.
Oh
Whoever
no,
whoever Bennett is.
no, Stetson Bennett had a good game. I wouldn't get too excited, but yeah, Stetson Bennett played well.
He threw for 3 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Mhm.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
And we didn't talk about the um they don't even show the question that was asked to Dylan Gabriel when he was talking about their entertainers and then their competitors
Yeah, I
for
was
oh,
wondering about that.
they didn't even
I
show
didn't
the
put
question. They only showed that. And
the
of
clip.
course,
I
what did
figured
they
it was.
try to make it about? Shador.
I kind of figured it
yeah,
was
that
kind of
was weird when
clickbait,
everybody
but
jumped
that's why I
because
didn't say nothing
apparently
about it.
he had
I didn't
said
give a fuck who was
before.
it about. I like that what he said. I ain't gonna lie. It was cold to me.
No, it's all
It
right.
was cold. He said,
But
"Hey,
immediately they try to cause division. And I'm like, bruh, don't you
that's
think
the
that show
media,
is
y'all.
divided enough? It's not divided enough. So let's be for real. Come on.
What
Y'all,
did
y'all,
Dylan
y'all
say
it's,
anyway?
it's the media. It ain't them. It's the
I know it's
media.
not. That's who I'm talking to. This is exactly why. And how they highlighted Shador talking to the dude that was like, "Oh, you always say negative stuff about me. Like, when you gonna write something positive about me?" See that, and then this. Like, come
Hmm.
on. Oh my goodness.
What did Dylan say anyway?
He said, "We out here. Some of y'all are entertainers, and some of us are players."
He said, I'm a competitor. He said,
Hmm.
it's entertainers, then it's competitors. He said, I'm a competitor.
Gotcha.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, he ain't there to entertain the media.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to compete.
Gotcha.
You know,
I'm just over
shit,
it.
he's straight though. Dylan made the roster. Dylan on the team.
Yeah, just get rid of Shador, please. Help me, cause
The thing
y'all
is, if they get rid of Shador, who gonna pick this kid up? For
somebody
real,
will. Somebody
like for
will.
real, y'all. He gonna end up in a UFL.
That's fine. Come to DC.
I hate to say it, he is.
He not. He somebody gonna pick him up.
Listen, my
That ain't
quarterback,
even funny.
my quarterback,
Why's he laughing? That's funny.
listen, my quarterback got a bad back. He will be in LA if he get released. Let's keep it real. He will be in LA.
He gonna play. Is he gonna start?
Man, it's so many
No,
teams pump faking like they really don't want Shador. It's ridiculous. So please, I've seen Daniel Jones. I've seen Cooper Rush. I've seen some of these guys out there playing. And please, please, Savannah, please.
Yeah. Especially like guys like Cooper
I've
Rush.
seen Joe
Oh
Milton
my
out there.
god.
Savannah, please.
oh, poor Joe. Don't leave Joe.
I'd be
Oh
wondering
man.
how
Hey,
Cooper
hey,
Rush
Hey,
hey, hey,
gets
listen.
Carolina, would y'all take
that
Shador?
job.
No, they got Bryce, MVP of the league.
Oh shit!
Listen.
Damn.
Um, listen.
And
No
they
man,
got
that's
Andy Dalton.
Listen.
oh god.
Listen.
We
Joe, the
gotta find Shador a
legend.
job,
Oh,
man.
Andy Dalton remind me of a Chick-fil-A nugget.
the legend of Joe Milton, where oh my God, he's really a starter. Oh, they got lucky with him, and then you put him on the field, and you realize why he was not
I go to
drafted as
Braxton.
high. Like,
He got an arm, but he just don't know how to use it. Poor
yeah,
thing.
he throws everything 100 miles an hour.
Poor
Like,
thing. Oh.
he has no feel for the touch, no touch.
Who Joe?
Just throwing everything through the wall. Like 5 yard out, he's throwing it at like 100 miles an hour is coming at the wide receiver.
Hey man, they gotta get there.
So yeah, it's getting there.
You gotta get it goes
They gotta
beyond.
get there.
It's
Hey, at
getting
the end
there.
of the
He
day,
is an
at the end
overachiever,
of the day,
okay?
Michael Irvin said he said his brother was it Michael Irvin who said his brother was throwing bricks at him.
No, that was Jerry Rice.
That was Jerry. Come on now, the greatest wide receiver ever. Now, what we doing? Who you think was catching Brett Favre passes?
Um,
Them shits
yeah,
hurt.
but yeah, man. Sometimes hey man, even Hendon Hooker might get cut. People try to tell me, Hendon Hooker would have been a first round pick if he didn't get injured. And the boy is not an NFL quarterback right now.
Uh-oh.
Like he's just not.
It's over for him already.
I don't know if it's over, but he definitely. Well, we should have known that was an issue because remember he was the backup all year, and then when the playoffs started, the Lions brung in Teddy Bridgewater and made him the second QB after he hadn't played all year. So that was the first sign that they didn't believe in Hendon Hooker. You bring a guy, even though it's a vet like Teddy, who hasn't played all year, you bring him in and make him the second quarterback in front of me, and I've been here all year. So yeah, man, I'll tell Shador look better than both of them. Shador has definitely looked better than Hendon Hooker and Joe Milton. But you know who looks really good? Lil Malik. Lil Malik in Green Bay look good.
Malik
Can't
Willis.
lie about that. Lil Malik, Malik
Malik
Willis.
Willis.
Yeah, he looked
Hmm.
good. He looked
Who the
good.
backup? Who was the backup out in Las Vegas? The Raiders.
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Mm.
Where did Sam Darnold go? He in Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's in Seattle.
Mm-mm-mm. This is
So,
this is sad.
so
It's some mediocre quarterbacks
They
out
say
there,
since
y'all.
you do to the Rams, he
yeah.
can't go. He
Yeah,
won't get.
because
He
we
won't
don't
see the
even know.
field.
Because why is it such a secret? What's going on with Matt Stafford?
Because they don't want to say that man might not be ready. He
They got Bennett.
supposedly he's supposedly supposed to throw on Saturday, and then
Bless you.
Oh dang! I thought I was.
my bad.
Thanks.
He threw on Sat. Supposedly, it's a secret now whether or not he threw. So we'll find out today in a few hours at Sean McVay's press conference. Number one, if he threw, and number two, if he going to practice for the first time. If he doesn't practice this week, I think you can pretty much say he ain't playing week one. I would think, right? Um, so we'll see. He took
And
the
like you
upper
got
door.
your good a backup.
Oh,
Like you got
T.
your good backup.
Yeah, we got Jimmy G. Look, Jimmy G can win us 9, 10 games. Like Jimmy G can win us 9, 10 games.
So you want to try Bennett?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, gonna give
Bennett is
Bennett a
going to
chance.
be Bennett's going to be a career backup quarterback. That's his role in the NFL.
Man, he
He's
threw
gonna
for
be a
300.
career backup.
Career backup. That's who he is. You know what I
Who?
mean?
You put him out there with the first team. I don't know.
Where is Gardner Minshew? Where's he on now?
Oh, I know. We was just talking about him. He's somewhere with a bunch of quarterbacks.
It ain't
Hmm.
Cleveland, but go ahead.
No.
But I wouldn't be
ABC
surprised
Bennett.
if it was. He with the Chiefs.
Damn.
That's
Yeah, the
strange.
Chiefs. Yeah, he with the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for the Shador to be out. You know, it's tough.
And Carson Wentz is out there too. He said he only want to come in if he's assured of being a number two. Like he don't want to compete. So he'll probably
What?
sign this week, um, somewhere.
Man,
Like they
who is
say, this
Carson
is
Wentz now?
this is the time when players who don't want to do training camp
Yeah, this
they
is the
start
week that
signing.
you gonna see guys
Yeah,
getting signed, go in certain places. This is
hmm
it. Those free agents that didn't want to go to camp.
yeah.
The
This
guys
Darius
was just kind of
Smith.
holding out.
Yeah, Zary Smith, Judon, they probably signed this week.
Yeah. I think I don't know what's gonna happen with Tyler Boyd. Justin Simmons as well. He's still out there.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd out there.
Tyler Boyd's still out there.
Okay.
If you want him,
I'm gonna get my cousin in there. Don't worry about it.
go get him because I seen the Bills. They need him. Go sign him, ready. Go sign him.
Yeah, we definitely need another receiver, don't we?
Yeah,
Mhm.
are y'all gonna win a game this year, ready? It should look crazy, man. I
I
don't
say about 4. I say about 4.
know. Yeah, nothing like a
I'm trying to tell you.
preseason game to
And we ain't
open.
gonna if you don't win a preseason game, that's not good.
Hey, brother, ready? Bills going to the Super Bowl?
No, you saw them last night. You saw that team last
Did
night.
you see, Coach did not like that last night. Coach did not like that.
Mm.
Coach 38 to what?
0, man, 0,
Come on now.
0, 0.
What you think about that shit, Zoe? Do
Hold
that
on,
sound
hold
like
on. The
Super Bowl?
Bill, hold on. The Bengals rejected something for Trey. They rejected
Oh,
had a
what a
second
trade? Because
round draft
apparently
pick,
they said they opening a trading him now. I don't
yeah.
believe it, but
But
whatever.
they rejected a second round pick for him because they want a player and a pick.
Who?
The Bengals for Trey Hendrickson.
I think that's who we need. They ain't gonna trade on us though.
Yeah, 38-0. I didn't expect that, bro.
It's over for them, man. It's over for them. Fonzo, you can't score in
Yeah.
preseason. What we
It's
doing out
over.
here?
It's over for the Bills, Monty.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta be able to score in the preseason games now. Come on now.
That's just
Shit preseason.
See,
Everybody's
Reddy is more realistic, unlike your boy Jim Bra, who think
Who?
not scoring in the
you
preseason
gotta
game
be
is real.
realistic about your team. You know, if the coach said it's a problem, I can quote some shit that coach said if y'all want me to.
I did see some clips from what's his name, Skylar Thompson. He looked pretty good out there.
He's not with Miami still. He's still with Miami.
He with the
Yeah.
Steelers.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, Skylar was another one who said with some development could be okay. He played okay when he was in Miami when Tua went down. So
I liked. I didn't see a whole lot, but it seemed like he was, using his legs, making good in the pocket, out the pocket decisions.
yeah. So he's in front of Will Howard,
And he
right?
was
Will Howard
scrambling.
probably going to be the number
Well, I
3.
think Will Howard's still hurt. He had a
Oh, okay.
broken hand or finger or something.
Uh,
Something with his hand is messed up.
mm.
But so he not even playing. But yeah, I think
Can't
that's probably I don't know.
can't make the team from the locker room.
But I don't think they're gonna get rid of Will Howard.
Yeah, I think you need paper.
Oh, you wouldn't put no paper in the printer? That's crazy, Monty. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
He said they
Somebody
won't.
gonna do it.
John said they won't.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put him on the practice squad so somebody can come get him. Skylar Thompson might be on there though. Or they just waive them. Usually the Steelers are pretty good about getting rid of people so they have time and go do your thing, but they ain't getting rid of Will Howard. But the Ravens, I don't know who else besides they got Cooper Rush, they got that Leary kid, and I don't know who else they got on there. But good luck. Lamar better
Hey,
not
Bills,
even Lamar
Bills
better
on
not
Ravens week 1. That's
catch
something
a
to
cold.
say, man.
Lamar better not catch a cold.
Man, Lamar them gonna spank us.
Lamar
Cooper Rush is a modern day Curtis Painter, bro.
Man,
You
we
said
gonna get
Lamar ain't
spanked.
gonna spank already? I don't think so. I think it's
First
gonna be.
game, beat down. McDermott gonna be crying and shit. I already see. I can hear it in his voice now. His pussy ass. I'm listening to him right now. I just read
Dang.
an article with his ass crying right now. Oh, this is not up to our standards. Bitch, why it ain't? Well, whose fault is that then, motherfucker? We just in the preseason. You talking about it ain't up to our standards. Nigga. I already know McDermott gone after this season. I'm telling y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's out of here.
Oh
I
yeah.
can hear it in his voice.
Damn.
We didn't come to play
So
first game.
y'all
We didn't come to
Buffalo making
play.
the playoffs?
Hey, bro, did I say that shit? Did I say that shit? Did I fucking say? Did you hear me go over my schedule last week? God damn, you need to listen some fucking time so you can answer your own fucking questions. God damn. I had us winning like 13, 14 games, but still, we've been doing that shit for the last 3-4 years, nigga. You know what the fuck time it is, McDermott. Don't be scared now. Don't get scared now, McDermott. Don't get scared now.
Oh, he definitely on the hot seat.
Oh, McDermott
Yeah.
scared?
Yeah.
Don't get scared now, McDermott.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I already see, I'm reading the article. It sounds like a pussy bitch.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh
Come
wow.
on, man. Come on.
Reddy, you're
Come on.
hilarious.
If the twos playing with the twos, the threes playing with the threes, I expect them to play well. Shut up, motherfucker. Go coach. Motherfucker.
I stand corrected.
Man, this
About what?
motherfucker crying already, man. He gonna be, man, if we don't get rid of this boy, I promise you.
See, that's why I said the Texans don't need to be out here being afraid of nobody, man.
Nah.
Hey, who the fuck is afraid?
You were. You
Nigga,
said
the
they
only
said,
team,
"Oh
the
my
only
God,
team.
we got the Ravens, we got the Bills, we got the Chiefs. They
No.
too
We didn't
big
say
for
that.
us. They too big
Hold
for
on.
us."
Hold on, time out.
That's what you
Shut them
said,
lying
bro.
at no, shut your
No,
lying
that's what
ass
you
up.
said.
Hey, go
They too big for us.
hey,
It's not fair.
go put your false
TJ
teeth
too
in.
young.
Go
TJ
put
too
your false
young.
teeth in. Go
All
put your
right.
false teeth
Oh,
in, with them
Man.
lies.
God.
Hey man, I believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, I mean,
I
there's
say
only
the
so
only
much I
team.
can
I say
do.
the only team we got to worry about is the Ravens. That's it.
Ooh.
Okay. I ain't what you were
Oh,
saying the other
shit.
day, but okay.
That's literally what I said, nigga. Don't
Oh,
lie on me,
shit.
dog.
Okay.
Don't lie on me.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
oh,
my gosh.
TJ too young.
Nobody said. Who said CJ?
Wait, didn't y'all just trade Mechie?
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
did
It traded
that's
them to the
crazy.
Eagles.
What
to the
y'all get
Eagles.
for him?
We
Nothing.
needed another tight end because Brevin Jordan got hurt.
Y'all got a tight end?
Yeah.
Who y'all get?
We got the Browns, one of the Browns leftovers that went to the Eagles.
Oh,
Hopefully
my
Messi can
gosh.
find himself because Messi was good coming out. That cancer
It's
really,
the cancer
I
that got him.
think, yeah.
But but the thing is though, because bro, I forgot that we got Christian Kirk too from the Jags. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I said fuck, and then with the rookies, so the rookies must have been showing out in camp. And so I was like, man, because Mitchell was one of my favorites because I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, you
he had
root
the
for him. Yeah,
yeah, because
Yeah,
he
you
had
were
yeah,
cancer,
definitely,
so he
you
really
exactly.
were
didn't get to
definitely
come out and like show how cold he was because he was cold in college.
Mm,
And
yeah,
then so when we traded him to the Eagles, I was like, damn, but hopefully he actually get a shot with the Eagles.
yeah, hopefully. Mm,
So like, damn, man, it sucked though.
It sucked, but you still was scared last week, though. Monty ain't
Nah,
lie about that.
no, I
You
literally
were
said the
Scared as
scared.
Ravens.
hell. You was
You
spooked.
scared. You was like, oh my God, this the Chiefs and the Bills.
I didn't say that.
We
You was
we
spooked in
we
the
we can
motherfucker.
win a wild card. No, don't expect more from us.
I literally said AFC Championship game.
Mm.
Like my shit didn't change since last year, nigga. AFC Championship game.
Yeah, talk. Yeah, say it like you mean it though. You don't sound like you mean it though.
No, I know I damn sure mean it. Nigga, the fuck? Nigga, I ain't gotta yell to be like, man, I
Nah, but
mean it.
they do got a tougher division now, though. That division tough as hell now.
Who?
Y'all, shit.
Why is it tough as
Y'all
hell?
got some young real quarterbacks over there.
What young real quarterbacks?
Cam,
Man,
Trevor.
hey, did you not see Trevor? Bro,
Trevor
y'all
got
got
help. Look, no, Trevor got help this year. Trevor got help.
hey man, hey keep watching these preseason games, bro.
Trevor got help this year.
Trevor got Travis?
Cause he
Mm-hmm.
got Travis
And we got more than
No, it
Travis.
was
and who else? Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not worried.
That nigga raw. He cold. That young boy raw.
I
That's
don't know,
fine.
Tib. You don't sound too confident.
That's fine. That's
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
All right, my
So you
bad.
don't think he going to
My
the? You don't even
pause.
think he win his division? How many games y'all win y'all division by last year?
I think 2 or 3.
Y'all spanked the
It
division
was
last
not. It
year.
was not. It was a nice. It was a nice. No, actually, no. I think we won about a game, maybe a game.
Oh, so just one game.
A game.
It's at least a
Oh,
game or
oh.
two. I believe it was a game or two.
Hold on, we can always look now. Somebody can look.
Hey, no, it's more than that because the Jags sucked, the Colts sucked. Who
Ah,
else was in
nah.
there?
I think
Mm-mm.
somebody said it was one game.
That's it. God
I
damn,
believe it was one game.
that's
Look,
pitiful.
look, Monty, hold up. You hear that?
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe he
hey,
should be scared, ready?
hey,
I don't know.
hey,
One
hey, Pete.
game ain't too thrilling.
Hey, Pete. You talking about the Jags defensive line versus our O line? We swept them niggas.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
swept
swept
But
them
them.
tell,
niggas.
You swept them
who did
good.
y'all who came in second in that division?
The Colts.
The Colts.
The Jags was third, fam. Them
Ain't
niggas
no
was
way in hell
sleeping.
y'all just beat the Colts by one game.
With
Ain't
no
no fucking way.
quarterback.
Oh my god.
Y'all do know in that stretch when we was leading the division by 3 or 4 games, about 3 games, that's when like what you call it went down. Tank went down. Stephon Diggs is already hurt because he ain't last. I don't think over 6 games, and Nico went down too. So when we was in that stretch, which we ain't had no receivers, and we lost them games. So because we went what 10, we went 10-7 again. Just like I believe we can go like 11-6. It's even
That
eleven
don't.
to six is 12-5.
Oh, you better get that 12-11. Don't sound like enough.
Nah, but the thing is, we're not gonna be the number one team in like the AFC, bro. Like
See, I don't like when you talk.
looking at our schedule, bro. You just got to know your team and just be realistic, bro. Like I'm not a fan, nigga. I'm a supporter. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not about to be out
But
here
you believe the
lying
Eagles?
about
Hold
our
on.
shit.
You believe the Eagles take a step back? Not the Eagles. The Chiefs take a step back, right?
No, I don't know. Dawg, they
You
got
think the Chiefs
12,
take a
bro.
step?
Nah, they got dog. As long as you got like when you start
Mm.
calling, you don't even call them Patrick Mahomes or Mahomes. Boy, when you got 12 over, like it's different, fam. Like they got JA over there with the Bills. Like shit, they got an MVP. MVP.
You saw them last night. They lost 38-0. They done, man.
Nigga, it's a
Yeah.
fucking preseason game. Nigga, ain't nobody
Oh
care about that
no,
shit.
fuck that. No, 38-0, man. It's done.
Hold on.
Bill's over. Ready already said 4 wins.
Hold on. What was
I'm
the
riding with
year?
ready.
Wasn't it a year where y'all niggas went over in the preseason? Then y'all end up winning? Like it's preseason, fam. Like, come on. The Jags and the Saints had to have a tiebreaker, which a tiebreaker after the game with the fans to see who won that game for real. Fat on fat crime. But anyways, man, a new podcast episode with the cast of the movie I just filmed is out right now. Y'all go check that out.
What you say, Tip?
I say, man, I got a new podcast episode we was on with the cast. What tried to kill me with the movie I just filmed. We was on the podcast and shit, and that episode is out. So y'all go check that out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Go check that out.
Yeah, talk more confident though. You out
Man, you
here.
talking about
Oh,
more
You out
confident?
here.
I
No,
say,
no
bro, we still
confidence,
winning the
man.
division, bro. Like,
This is
I ain't
crazy,
satisfied.
man. I mean, talk like you from the H. What y'all call
oh
y'all?
my
Where
gosh.
y'all from? What they say from the H? What y'all call it, man?
Oh my goodness.
Man, you know what they call it, man. It's on our jerseys, bro. Stop playing. Just because y'all
All
got to
right.
share a stadium with 5 teams, nigga.
He ain't gonna be confident about his team game one.
Oh no, hey nah. Remember, we gotta wait and see. That's what. As if Stafford
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
no
healthy.
confidence, is it?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't confident in them Rams.
That's no confidence.
You
No.
literally got Sean McVay, bro. The people that everybody doubt. He started off slow and he started rocking niggas' heads.
Let's see what it 015.
But he unsure about Matt Stafford. That's all. He got to have Stafford to win. Let him tell it.
Shit, he got Puka. He got Devontae.
Yeah. Listen, man,
Like
we
you got
okay,
you
man.
your defense
We
ain't bad. Like
Jimmy G been
it
to a
started
Super
off slow
Bowl,
last
man.
year. Like
So
y'all defense started off slow and then it picked it up at the like around the middle to the end of the year.
got that right.
Y'all got the Texans game one now.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's gonna be a good game. Like I really think that's gonna be a real
Oh
good
my
game.
God, this shit is gonna be amazing.
I think
This
that
is gonna be,
like that's gonna be a real good game. Like I ain't gonna lie.
it's gonna be amazing.
But hey, I ain't gonna lie. If Stafford hurt, that y'all line better be protected, nigga, because we gonna get some sacks.
Now they say Jimmy G straight.
Who?
That's what they said.
Hold on. Not the nigga that got ran out of Oakland.
That's what Monty said. Jimmy G straight.
Yeah, Jimmy G been to a Super Bowl. We good out here.
Huh? Who, Monty? If you believe in Jimmy G, shit.
I don't have no choice, man. He on my team. So I can't do it.
Hey,
Got no choice.
hey man, trade for Trey Lance. Or trade, you know what? Trade for Shador. Get him off the Browns. I need to
Bro,
put
they
my
got a quarterback. I'm telling you, Bennett gonna play it. They gotta go Bennett to win it. Bennett
Bennett to
gonna
win it.
play. Bennett to win it, man. Like, what are we doing? You talking about Jimmy G? What Jimmy do? What Jimmy do this preseason? I don't think Jimmy did nothing this preseason.
Shit. You know, he hugged Trey Lance. That's what he did. Let me copy
Look,
this.
Bennett threw 2 touchdowns against Dallas.
That's
What,
what we
Stetson
doing.
Bennett?
Bennett he threw 2 touchdowns against Dallas and three last night. And he threw for 300 yards,
Hold
Tip.
on. Who got the Maryland pick? Who is that? The Godfather.
That's
That gotta be Cuzzo.
my son.
Yeah, that gotta be Cuzzo. That's why he said. Because if he said nah, I'll look. I say, man, I about to say respect the Cuzzo because he went to Maryland, but I associate Maryland with D now. That's crazy. That nigga went to Maryland. And I associated with D.
Perfectly
Come on now.
fine.
Yeah, they gotta go Bennett to win it, though. Now, remember I said it.
Better to win it.
I said it here first.
Better to win it.
Because people ain't evaluating talent right now. They letting this shit just go by. Go over their head. They're not evaluating
You
talent.
gonna see their first team offense this week. They gotta visit the dog pound. You're gonna see them this week. So we're gonna see Bennett to win it versus Joe too cool.
Hey, Jim Brown.
Win twin.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Hey, did y'all talk about the W?
Shador ain't gonna play Saturday.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Shador ain't gonna play Saturday.
I'm gonna say this. I think Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco played the first quarter. I think Kenny Pickett plays the second quarter. I think Shador and Dylan Gabriel play the second half.
Hold
Okay.
on, time out.
He
Oh, so
gonna get some time though, right?
Shador back healthy?
Say,
Shador healthy?
hey, nigga, you gotta play. Fuck getting healthy.
Hey man, the future of y'all franchise. Hold on, y'all
Who
niggas got 6
fighting?
quarterbacks? Cause y'all still got Tyler Huntley.
And cut, bro.
Because we already know Deshaun not playing until later on this year.
Who?
Deshaun.
Who's that?
I follow a dude. He made his page private because too many people was trolling him. But I follow a dude who the Browns hired that basically is a foot is Deshaun's foot and ankle specialist, and he said that in his own opinion, because he be tweeting on this, I screenshot and everything, put it in a group chat, but he was like, man, that bitch nice. That bitch is nice. That's yours? That bitch is nice. He said that he said he'd give him like end of October, beginning of November. But he was like shit, like he was like he think he on the short leash and that if one of them rookies is gonna get it. The instant he don't look good, the rookies is gonna take over.
I
He at
told you,
least
bro.
transparent about it.
I told you. I say, bro. I say, Shador will come and take that man's spot.
I think Dylan Gabriel will get the chance before Shador, in my opinion,
Nah,
though.
yeah, no, Dylan.
Oh, Dylan's
I
definitely getting a
believe
chance
Dylan
on
is,
this one.
but the thing is, people were shitting on Dylan. I went back, I looked at some of it. I say that interception wasn't his fault. He should have threw it away, but the tight end pulled his hands back,
Yeah, I mean,
and that route was terrible by the tight end and the receiver.
I think I don't know.
And
I
then,
want to see quarterbacks healthy. No quarterback seems like they're healthy right now. Because I feel like there was times where Dylan got sacked where he could have just tucked it and run, and he even tucked it and run and slid, and you're like, bro, you can clearly see your hamstring ain't 100%. So I don't know. I just want to see quarterbacks healthy before I make a
I
100%
about to say,
decision.
man,
The
Dylan.
only quarterback I do got healthy is Joe Flacco, and that's sad.
No, that
Yeah,
is
that's pretty bad.
I mean, shit. The only quarterback you got healthy right now is your starter. So you
Hey, don't
better.
do this.
hey,
Do this to him.
hey.
Don't do this.
I'm telling you, when Shador play, man, y'all gonna win about 8 games.
We can
Hey,
win. I think we'll
hey,
win
Shador might
at
not even be
least.
a Brown, bro.
He gonna
Yes,
be
he
a
will.
Brownie.
Yes, he will.
Listen, bro, he might not be a Brown, bro.
Hey, they already
Why
selling too
won't
many
he?
jerseys out there,
Why
bro.
won't he?
He gonna be a Brown.
Man,
If they let go of Shador, bro, they'll be crazy.
The Shador Sanders experiment is a 2-year experiment, bro. At
Man,
least,
it look like a 2 month experiment. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh damn.
It's like a 2 month experiment.
bro. At the end of the day, most
Especially if
people.
this kid don't play. Like, man, I tried to get
If
him, then the nigga get hurt. See, this is what I'm saying, bro.
why does he need to be thrown into the fire right away? What's wrong with him taking the Jordan Love route?
He's the fourth
And
string quarterback.
what does that
That's the
mean?
problem.
What does that
That's
mean?
too far.
No, it's
Nah.
not.
Hey, no, no,
It's
no.
not. It's
Hey,
really
ready,
not.
ready.
No,
That's the script, ready. You
Shador,
gotta pay
Shador
attention.
didn't need to get hurt, man. The nigga got hurt at the wrong time. Like,
Nah, hey, that's
He
the
got hurt,
script,
man,
so
he had
ready.
what?
already pushed to win the
So
game.
now he get a chance to sit on the bench and actually sit behind Flacco, watch how Flacco moves as a professional, and
The
then when
nigga
your
behind
time
Dylan.
comes, your time comes.
The nigga
That's
is behind
fine.
Dylan.
That's fine. You sit
Cuzzo,
behind. That's fine.
Man,
I about to say,
if he
Cuzzo,
would
Just
have
be
played
Shador
last
patient.
going
What's
to
game, he
wrong?
wouldn't
play.
have been
What's
behind.
wrong with patience,
Shador,
bro?
hey,
He would
Shador
have
is
played
going to
last game, he
play.
wouldn't have been behind Dylan.
Nah, he gonna play, bro. All this gonna work out, bro.
The
It's in
nigga
the
was gonna
script.
start. He was gonna start
Bro,
this last game.
he was not
No,
gonna
no, he
start this
wasn't.
like
Yes, he
not this
was. They
third.
said he
This you
No, no,
talking
no.
about?
was.
Whoa, hold on, twin. You talking about
He
against the
was going.
Eagles or this third game?
This not the third game. I'm talking about this, against the Eagles. He was
Oh,
gonna start.
against the
No,
Eagles.
he wasn't.
No, he
Yes,
wasn't.
he was.
No,
No,
he
They
Dylan
said
wasn't.
Br-
he was the starter
Listen,
Tuesday.
twin, hold on. They said he may start if Dylan.
Gabriel hamstring.
Man, listen, man. They said he was gonna start. Now,
So
Only
at the end of the day, twin, how would it have been fair if Shador start? How would it have been a fair competition if Shador Sanders starts both of the games? You don't get to see what you have from the Dylan Gabriel kid.
nah, it don't matter. Should do a balling. Let's do this right. You gotta do it right now. It's a competition. He said the kid said he was a competitor. He said he's not an entertainer. He's a competitor.
You want to
Okay.
know why he said that? And that wasn't against Shador Sanders.
because
It had
because
I ain't
nothing
saying
to
it
do.
was against him. I
No, I'm
like
just
what
saying.
he
You want to know
said.
why he said that? Because niggas in the Cleveland media, and I didn't troll him, but I tagged all they ass after he said that. Niggas in the Cleveland media put out this rumor that that Dylan Gabriel did not look like an NFL quarterback. That he looked like the worst fucking quarterback in the NFL. Like he did not belong on the field
Did
because he
they
was
not
5'10".
see
They
what
disrespected
they
the shit
rolled
out
out
that man.
there? They
So he went out
the
there.
Saints rolled
Granted,
out
I
there.
gave him a C. He had an average game. He didn't have a great game. He didn't have a bad game. He had an average game.
Hold on. So
Dang, Sleep.
you gave Shador C plus, right? Last time when I asked.
Hold on. So they said he was trash. Y'all's media said he was trash.
Bro, you know how they do in the media, bro. They gonna get a
Nah,
lot
but
of
look
niggas
though. See, but
saying
that's what I'm saying.
to build
Everybody
somebody
just
else
thinks
up.
Shador getting treated unfair. Everybody just thinks Shador getting treated unfair. That's what I'm saying. They ragging Dylan too.
Bro, come on, don't think they are? Because think about it, everybody loves Shador. So they gonna trash Dylan because they were like, man, Dylan ain't won nothing either. Woo, 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 woo.
Mm,
Like they gonna trash niggas, bro. Like
mm.
if we gonna say who's the fan favorite quarterback right now, and he ain't even starting, it's Shador. Everybody love him. It don't matter if you got a team or not. We're rooting for Shador.
But he got to play though. Till he can't come with this hurt shit. Some
Hey
shit you
man,
just gotta go out there and say fuck it. I'm trying to make it to the league.
but sometimes, hey, that might be the Browns protecting their investment. Nigga, the cash
Man,
cow is
who
Shador.
they investment? But they got
The
this nigga in
cash,
the fifth round, man. They got this nigga in the fifth round,
exactly.
bro.
Nigga, that's gonna be nigga. He probably generating more money than any rookie on their team
But
right
what
now.
you saying is the Browns, they fuck with Shador.
Now they are. They
Okay.
see.
We
They
gonna
see.
see. We gonna see, Tip. We gonna see now. We gonna
Bro,
see.
I said it since day one. I say, bro, Shador is gonna get his chance, but it's gonna come when niggas get hurt. All these niggas ain't healthy. And
Hey,
if
they not gonna play healthy. These not gonna be healthy quarterbacks for this.
Joe Flacco, he probably a hit away. Kenny
Joe
Pickett,
ain't playing
No,
17.
I don't think Joe is a hit away. I think Joe was gonna get Joe off the field as his
if he
play.
play bad,
Yeah, I don't think Joe gonna get injured.
So
Joe
how did Joe play? How did Joe finish the season last year?
Joe didn't finish the season
he
last
didn't.
year.
Yeah, he didn't.
Anthony Richardson finished the season. They
Not
put
Joe.
Anthony Richardson back out there.
Yeah. Because remember, Joe came in after your
He
boy
came in
tapped out.
on the Steelers game when he got hurt. That's when Joe came in and he won them that game. I believe they beat the Steelers at home, and Joe started probably about 4 or 5 games in a row, and then they gave it back to Anthony Richardson
Because Joe Flacco played well
because he wasn't playing well. Yeah, he was playing basically the same like he did when he
at the
won
end of the
comeback player
playoffs.
with Cleveland. Yeah, when he won comeback player of the year because his numbers is the same, except for we'll go over a lot of people head. And what I've been trying to say is Joe Flacco, we played a shitty ass schedule.
Didn't Joe take
In
Cleveland to
my
the playoffs
opinion,
2 years ago?
I low key agree with Twin that yeah, you probably would want to throw Shador Sanders out there game one against Cincinnati, but I feel like if Shador Sanders, if this was year two Shador Sanders, then yeah, you throw him out there. But I just don't think that you throw him out there when your first 2 games is against an AFC North opponent.
Mm-mm.
No,
So
I'm
I'm gonna
talking
say
about this
no.
weekend.
Hey,
I ain't
no.
talking about the regular season.
Cuzzo.
I don't.
See,
He ain't never got
I
a
say
taste of
do it.
what the AFC North is like, bro.
That's
I
why
don't
I
want to
say
kill
do it.
that. I don't want to kill that kid hopes right away.
Nah, that's why I say do it.
Then you really fuck. Then you
That's
picking
why
a
I say. That's
quarterback
why
in
I
the
say
first
against the
round next year.
Eagles and
Nah,
then Saturday.
Cuzzo, I
You
don't
feel what I'm
agree.
saying?
Cuzzo, put them in the water and test that water. My thing is, remember when CJ rookie year, our first game was against the whole ass Ravens. My thing is, I was like, man, I doubt we win this game, but I want to see if he can face that pressure that the
Right.
Ravens gonna give him.
Right.
That nigga stood in there, was going first half going back and back with this nigga Lamar. I'm like,
Right.
okay, this nigga, he dropped his nuts.
Right.
So I want to see if my nigga Shador, because I believe in him, he gonna drop
Respectfully
his
though.
nuts.
Respectfully though. And
And
this
then the
ain't even
Bengals,
no
I think
Ohio
that's a good
State
test.
bias. This ain't even no Ohio State bias, bro. This is like real. CJ Stroud is tiers ahead of Shador Sanders. He just is, bro. And it's not even because he played with Marvin Harrison. He went to Ohio State, bro. CJ Stroud, just his approach for the game, bro, is a lot different, bro. He don't need to like. I'm not necessarily saying like that. Shador brings the antics because he don't. That shit just comes with who Shador Sanders is. But just
Mm-hmm.
how CJ Stroud moves, bro. He move
You're
a little bit
talking the
more.
heads up. You're
Yeah,
talking the
he
heads
move a
up
little bit
game.
more mature. He move a little bit more mature than Shador.
Yeah, that's not a knock. Just certain
Yeah,
guys.
Like, nah.
No,
They're definitely
it's
pushing it
not.
up.
It's not.
It's not
It's
a
not.
knock. It's not. I mean, if you want to call it a knock, then I mean, it is what it is. But like CJ Stroud's a little bit more mature. A little bit.
I mean,
And
the
that
same thing
translate
we
and that
say about
translates
Jalen
that
Hurts and
translate
others.
that yeah, like Jalen Hurts is I mean, Jalen Hurts could have been crashed out on niggas for saying he's not a top 10 quarterback or whatever like that. Like he just
I ain't gonna lie,
handling it
that
like
nigga been very,
he handling it like a
He
real nigga.
he
he been
doesn't care.
very
He just
quiet.
He
wants to
don't give a
win,
fuck. He mature
and
as
he's
fuck, and
winning.
you see what that's coming with. You
Hey,
see what
twin,
his maturity.
I call him the ultimate professional.
Yeah,
So I
Hey,
hey,
call him the
hey,
ultimate
cause
professional.
cause think about it. All the criticism, he ain't shot back at nobody. He just said, "Shut up, I won a Super Bowl."
he
Yeah,
could have created his own little podcast and be like, nigga, Cam Newton, you ain't done
I mean,
this, and that.
at
But
the end of
you
the
know,
day, do you want to be the best at your individual and be a fantasy, football wizard or whatever, or do you want rings? Because right now the man's got a ring and
Well,
he's
he
been to
do.
2 Super Bowls.
Hey, now
Hey,
he'll
chill.
take
That's
a
what I
Super
said
Bowl.
about
that's a
CJ.
hard question to ask though. That's a
Chill. That's
hard
what I said
question
about CJ.
because of course, everybody want
You,
rings, but like everybody's situation is different. I guarantee Miles Garrett wants rings, but Miles Garrett don't move like he want rings.
Mmm.
Mm.
Don't
oh
do
yeah,
this,
that,
twin.
Remember, hey, hold on. I'm glad my twin is here. Twin, I haven't
Nah,
talked to you
you
in a
Don't do
while.
this.
Twin, remember when I told Miles Garrett to shut the fuck up
yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
because
He
I
said that
questioned
shit.
his leadership?
You
I
did. That
told him
shit.
that though.
and
I
then
And
he
what
told him
this
got
that
the
dumb
last
nigga,
speeding
week.
ticket.
what this dumb nigga then went out there and did? Got a speeding ticket, right?
Hey, twin, I say, yeah.
He said, man, hey nigga, shut the fuck up and play, nigga. Shit, I
Nah,
ain't
my
trying to
Yeah,
hear
twin, I
that
told
shit.
him last week, twin,
I
I
say,
say, man,
damn.
now listen,
I
when
say,
my twin
damn.
put you in the hub, he means something. Like it's serious. I
yeah.
said,
Like
I've been catching
I'll
on
say
to
this,
twins patterns.
I give the Steelers and TJ Watt a lot of flack, right? But when it comes to maturity, when it comes to getting shit on the field and how TJ Watt handles shit, it's a whole
Off the
different
field.
level of how like it's just different. But again, that probably comes with playing for a coach like Tomlin, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm. Hold on, is
Tomlin's
that a
pretty.
knock? Hold on, Todd. I want to get this from my twin. Is that a knock?
On my coach,
Yeah.
might be.
Oh, oh, oh shit. Go ahead, Todd. I just want to get the exclusive shit.
No,
Go ahead, Todd.
I was just saying, like, I don't know. Tomlin's pretty lenient on certain guys, but I think the older he's getting, I think he's getting more sick of that shit. So I think he maybe he's not as tolerant as he was like during the Levy and Bell and AB era. But on that token, look, you control what you can control. Like if the best that you can do is to just be the best at your position, a fancy football guy, whatever, that's great. That's what you control. Jalen Hurts has been in the position to be at 2 Super Bowls, and he's won half of them. So, like, for all critiques that can be against him, fair or not, the man has a ring, which is more than a lot of people can say. Like, if you're going to ask me stats or success, I want the success. And yes, if I can have the stats with that, I'll do it.
Let me
But
ask you
all
this
the stats
though.
in the
Let me
world,
ask you this. When it's all said and done, and it's time to put his resume up against his his
peers.
quarterbacks in his era, his peers, would those rings get him into a Hall of Fame?
Yeah, because he beat Mahomes. He's beating these guys. If you
If
don't
he
beat them, you
if
won.
Jalen gets another one, then yeah.
He's beat these
So,
guys.
if
Being
Jalen,
Mahomes does not get you in the Hall of Fame,
so
Monty, in my opinion. Being Mahomes,
No. How he beat them matters.
I got
Now,
you.
if it
I
would
got you.
it would have been a Barkley led victory, yeah, we can have. But he beat them. They said we taking Barkley away. They did, and he beat them.
look, Eli's a good quarterback, but the only reason we talk about him is because he beat Brady, including the undefeated season.
That's right.
So, I mean, context of it does
No,
matter.
no, no,
Like,
no, 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 no.
Uh
We ain't gonna do
oh,
Eli
here we
like
go.
we ain't gonna do Eli like that. So
Eli
What
was
is
a
your
solid.
opinion already?
Eli was
He ain't wrong.
Eli
put some
Eli
respect on
Eli
Eli's
was
name.
a
He not wrong though.
Eli
He's
was a
definitely
good
not wrong.
quarterback. He
Time
wasn't a
out.
great quarterback. He was a
Put
good
up,
Exactly.
quarterback.
They're
put
solid
put some
guys.
respect on Eli's name, and
They're
then we
solid
Good
go from
guys
there.
at
quarterbacks getting the
every
Hall of Fame.
position.
Troy Aikman was a good. He was an
Okay,
average
okay,
quarterback.
that's cool. That's
They're,
cool. I just wanna
Eli
they're
better than
don't
Troy
put
Aikman.
Eli in like this Jalen Hurt conversation. Like the Jalen Hurt, you know,
There's solid guys
And
at
be
every
Mahomes.
position, especially quarterback, that are not in the Hall of Fame. Keyword Hall of Fame, not Hall of. He's good. Hall of he was okay a couple times. Like Hall of Fame. Eli Manning is in the Hall or will be a Hall of Famer for his 2 Super Bowl rings, and then yes, he has good numbers. Like we already went down this rabbit hole. I'm not trying to
No,
say
we
Eli
ain't gotta
was
talk about Eli. We
garbage.
can go back to Hurts. I just want everybody to put some respect on Eli.
Okay, if okay, Jalen is how many years into the league? What 4? No, he's like 5 years in,
He's
ain't he?
5
6?
I want to say
years.
5 years in.
Okay, if he
Hold on,
gives
he's
me
only 5
9,
years in.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
They
want
got
to
a
say 5
Super
years.
Bowl.
if he gives me 9 to 10 more years of steady consistency statistically, maybe another ring or at least another Super Bowl
Steady
trip.
consistency. I need another level. Steady. If
You
he's
ain't gonna
doing
get
what he's
another.
doing right now, nah,
You're not gonna get
nah.
What's
another
another
level of Jalen. You're not gonna get
You
another
need
level.
another
another
level though.
level?
If listen, another
A
level
little
to
bit.
me. Hold on, another level
What if
to
he finished
me.
with 3
So
championships, twin? That's great.
Hold
you
on,
need him
twin.
to be a
Hold on.
quarterback. He's not.
Hold on. So, me personally, you saying if he stay where he is statistically, I think he has to go to another level statistically, in my opinion. I think Jalen Hurts. I think another level, and I'm just throwing out numbers. I think another level for Jalen Hurts could be similar to like what Lamar had. What did Lamar throw for? 40 something hundred yards and 40 touchdowns
I
and
don't think
We'll
Jalen
say
has
at
that.
least 40. We'll
Mm,
say at least 4,000 yards.
I
yeah,
don't think
4,000
Jalen.
yards, 30 touchdowns. I'm
That's
not looking for
MVP
you.
is twin.
But he was just the MVP candidate. He was number 2 in the MVP a few years ago. You can't get back to that level.
So you need to see.
I'm not saying I need to see it.
I
I've
don't think the
already
Eagles
saw
need
it.
that
so
I
though,
don't.
twin.
I don't think I
I
here's
need
don't
to
think the
see it.
Eagles need that. I don't think
Marshawn.
the
I
Eagles
don't
need that.
Marshawn.
It's
I
kind of
don't
like throwing Aikman
completely.
in Dallas, twin.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to get another contract because he just got a contract a few years ago. I think he's
Oh,
going
he
to get a.
will.
I
Oh
think he's
yeah,
going to get a
most
bump up because you won the Super Bowl, and I think
for
he's
sure.
going to be the highest paid quarterback. To be the highest paid quarterback, you're going to have to
I
play
don't know
like the
about that.
highest paid quarterback. He's going to be
I
the
don't know
highest
about that.
paid twin because Lamar
I
Jackson.
don't know about that.
Lamar, remember what I said. Lamar Jackson about to get a new deal sometime probably before the season start. I guarantee
I don't
Jalen.
know about that,
I
twin.
guarantee Jalen because I don't think any other quarterback is up for a deal
So
after Lamar. I think
My
Jalen Hurts
thing
will be the
is,
next one after.
what if he
I
don't? What if he fall off a little bit? You still think he'll still get that big ass check?
He
so
won a Super Bowl. They're gonna pay you for what you did, not for what you
Okay,
can do.
Marshawn.
okay.
Well, you do both. You pay for what a guy has done. You do reward him, but you are also trying to pay a guy what you think he will do, because
You
otherwise it's
think
just
Philly
bad
doing that?
business. You're say what?
You think Philly doing that?
I think
They,
Philly has been doing it with their roster. Look
I
at
mean,
their roster.
they
They're
just
paying
gave
guys.
Saquon $20 million a year off of one good year
And do we
and
think
a
he's
Super
going to have a
Bowl.
fall off?
No, he
Do
bet on himself though, right?
I mean,
Saquon's situation, he bet on himself though, right?
He did. He did.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
bet on himself.
look, okay, Marshawn, I don't disagree with you on the
Shout out
you
to
want the guy
Saquon.
to level up or at least do more statistically. Here's the problem. At what point do you quit being yourself and you start pushing the envelope and you fuck up because of it? That's
You
the
try to
one
be
thing I
somebody
I
do
you
not
ain't.
think
Yeah,
want him to do.
yeah.
you're right. And to answer your question, do I think Saquon gonna have a fall off? Yes, because that means Jalen Hurts gonna bump up a little bit in the passing game. They're not gonna run the ball as much.
But that's not Saquon's fault, though. Saquon and the
No,
touches
no,
he
no, no,
gets.
no.
It,
I'm not
But
okay,
saying it's gonna be his fault.
he's still young, so he can run still. Jalen can
Max,
still run. You know what I'm
you
saying?
get
So that's still gonna be a factor, him running.
we get
Because it's
so
something
caught
about
up.
Jalen once he drop back the pass. If Jalen don't see it and he take off, he get a lot of yards when he take off.
So here's where we got to be careful. Do the context of what they do with the touches they get versus we're so obsessed with volume, right? The Eagles are a running team. So, yes, Barkley has gotten bulk of carries. Yes, Hurts still runs like push, and certain quarterback runs, etc., right? That is not an air raid centric style offense. That would be counterintuitive of what they do best. We've seen that with the Ravens, where they went from being a running team and then they shit the bed against the Chiefs, right? So you maximize what you do best at. I'm not going to ask Jalen Hurts to be something he's not. And yes, I'm paying Barkley because Barkley is so freaking important to that offense. That doesn't knock Jalen Hurts. And if Jalen does do better, it's not a knock against Barkley if he gets lesser carries. If anything, it prolongs his career, right? What you do with each individual touch you get matters versus, hey, we're able to do volume with blank guy, right? I mean, Marshawn, you should know this with Baker Mayfield. You all were winning games with Baker when that man was throwing the ball less than 25 to 30 times. You're winning
Mm-hmm.
it was like 75% of your games he was throwing less than 25% or 25 times a game. If he had to throw over 30, you won less than 10%. It was bad. So, I mean, you got to stick to your DNA. I get wanting a guy to level up statistically, but you do have to be careful with that shit because it can backfire spectacularly in your face if you do it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm also to your point. Yeah, do I think Baker's gonna have to do much this year? Some games maybe, but I don't think so. Because I mean, just because like I like the running back thing that they got. Like, I mean, with Bucky Irving and Rashad Watson, there's two solid running backs right there.
Irving and I can't remember who the backup running back is,
Rashad
but
Watson.
okay. Tampa will be fine. I mean, that division, I don't know, maybe Atlanta surprises some people, but Tampa should be fine. My
I
hot
think
take is
Tampa's gonna win that division, but I mean, the only team I could maybe see them giving them a run in that division is probably Atlanta, and that's it.
I wish Tip was still in here. I was going to say my hot take was I
Uh-oh.
think the
Shout
AFC
out
South might
Julian
be.
saying. It's the Julian saying era.
I don't know
Oh,
if
Ohio
Atlanta
State.
got anything. We'll see what Penix do.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
see what Penix does.
Like I said, Atlanta might
That's
be a
no,
surprise, but
and that's no disrespect to y'all.
No, I'm just saying we don't know
Do I
what
think
Penix is
Carolina's gonna
gonna
be a
do.
13 this year? Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to get it. It might not be enough to get into the playoffs.
I mean, that's fine. No, I know it's not a dig against us. I'm just saying we got to see what Penix will do before I say that they have the second best chance to beat out the Bucks for the division. But yeah, it's definitely the Bucks to lose.
my hot take is I think the AFC South is going to be a better division than people give credit. I don't know if it's going to be a multiple playoff team division. I won't go that far, but like logically, Houston should run away with that division. However, I could see goofy crap happening.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I could see maybe
Like
Cam
for us,
Ward,
I think Jacksonville is gonna be a solid team actually.
like Jacksonville surprises some people. Who knows? Maybe Indy pulls their heads out of their ass and AR makes us all eat crow. Maybe I doubt it,
Nah, I
but
don't think AR
crazier.
start, man.
Logically,
You think AR start? I think Daniel Jones gonna start.
I will say this: if AR starts and they get to a point where they've got to bench him for Daniel Jones,
It's
put that
over
man
with.
in the.
It's
He's
over
done.
with.
He's cooked.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Now
why I think Daniel.
if Jones beats him out and Jones goes through a bad stretch and they put AR in, then I mean he has a chance at redemption. But if AR wins the job and he has a bad stretch and Steichen just has to pull the plug, it's done.
How
That
do you
is confidence
how
wise.
do you see Tennessee doing this year with Cam Ward?
That roster's such a mess. Like,
I mean, I think they win like at least 4 games. I see them winning
for
at
all
least
of
4.
us.
If they don't win more than 4 games, then you in the blender bad, Todd.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
got
Todd, you
Calvin
gotta
Ridley. Hang on.
But yeah,
Mic check. Y'all got me?
You're still somewhat in the blender, but we can hear you.
Mic check. Y'all got me?
Okay, yeah. Now you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Now you smooth.
There we go. No, I was trying to say, like, he's got Calvin Ridley. I can't remember, and I don't have the roster in front of my face. Tennessee's, like, weaponry's not, I mean, you could do worse than their weaponry. They have so many holes elsewhere on the roster that, I mean, it's going to be a tall task. If Cam can win 6, maybe 7 games his rookie year, competent job, meaning, like, yeah, they're losing games, but it's not on him. I think you're going in the right direction. Because then you can address the other stuff. But if he looks like garbage, along with the roster looking like it is supposed to, then, I mean, I guess you don't have any clarity. Because is he genuinely bad, or is it the roster that's dragging him down? Which one is it?
You right.
I know you said the roster is a mess, but I don't necessarily think it's like a bad roster though.
Also, is Cam quarterback with
Dang, you right back in there, bro.
Yeah, you're
no
back right
buzz.
back in it. Yeah.
Mic check, y'all got me?
Yeah, okay, yeah, we got you now.
Jim Bry, you got me? There we go.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying, is Cam Ward not the quietest number one overall quarterback that we've seen in the league in God knows how long? Like, there's been no buzz about him, hardly any talk, anything. And I know he's in Tennessee, but damn, like,
Oh yeah,
usually
yeah.
any number one overall pick quarterback has some discussion about him. There's been none about Cam. And to Cam's credit, he's stayed quiet. He's not made any splash or hub or negative publicity, nothing.
Right, yeah. He's kind of like the excuse me, the Paulo Banchero of the NFL right now, because he definitely not getting talked about. Granted,
Talented but quiet, yeah.
yeah, like because usually the
And in an
quarterback that
unassuming
gets picked
place.
number one has some sense of like media around him, like as far as whether he's doing good in training camp, doing bad in training camp. He ain't getting nothing, bro.
Well, the other thing too, though, and this isn't okay. Nobody take this as a shot, but Tennessee sports media is pretty darn quiet, which that's
Oh,
a
okay.
great thing. Like if you're in Green Bay, it's pretty quiet there. Tennessee, it's quiet. Usually, these other quarterbacks that go number one overall, right? Like Arizona can somewhat have a little bit of number one overall.
Got you again. Wherever you at, do not like you. Because today's one of your worst days. You've had better days out there.
God dang.
Okay, I think we
I'm
got you.
kicking your ass today, Todd.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying I'm in these freaking cornfields, and I swear
Yeah.
if I die, that's what happened to me.
Heck yeah. The
So,
cornfield is
but
definitely
no,
like
like,
Just put me in the wheel.
but no, a lot of these places that quarterbacks or any position that goes number one overall, their sports media is a lot louder, right?
Yes.
So they get a lot more hub right off the bat. Tennessee, if you ever needed a quiet place to go and either disappear or just kind of, stay out of the news, that's where you
Mm-hmm.
want to go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like Tennessee, Green Bay, trying to think of some other examples. Denver, to a somewhat degree, just
But
depends on the
even
situation.
but didn't they even? Because I know Vince Young wasn't number one overall, but he was talked about more when the Titans drafted him than what Cam is
Now,
doing
okay,
right now.
but there's the context to it.
Well, he was the Heisman and he won
What
the
do I
championship.
do?
So. We got you again.
God damn it.
Yeah, that cornfield got you bad, but I think we can hear you now.
There we go. So I was trying the context with VY participated arguably the greatest.
Gotcha again. You can't even get out a full sentence.
Expectations on him. Ah, damn it.
Oh yeah, I know how frustrating you getting right now for sure.
You got me now.
Yes.
There we go. I'm trying to say before these goddamn fields steal me is that VI had different context. He was
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
in
That's fair.
one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, that's fair too. That's fair too.
Versus Cam. Cam is a talent, but I mean he was his best year.
Dang, it really.
How the hell
that
we
time.
get back on Cam?
No, like Cam Ward. Cam Ward.
Oh, okay.
Cam
Good.
Ward.
Good.
Ward.
Jesus.
Whoa. let's not do that again. Oh, no, 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 no.
Golly, bro. Y'all
Let's
gotta
not do
stop this,
that.
bro. It's hilarious, but it's whatever. Go ahead, Todd. We got you,
uh,
bro.
I ain't gonna
no,
lie.
I
With
landed the
Cam,
plane.
yeah, with the real Cam, I I his press conference, I used to want his stylist. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
No, you used to want to
eh,
paint your nails and shit.
well, my daughter paint my nails, so I'm
Oh,
good
for
with
real.
that.
You got the
But
Dennis Rodman red.
It
but
got you
yeah.
again. The cornfields got you real bad today. It won't let you live.
Uh,
But I think I know what you're
I'm gonna
trying to
get
say though, Todd. That Vince Young played for a bigger program. He played in one of the greatest games um of that era. And so he of course like him being drafted was he was gonna get more talked about than Cam Ward. I got you.
yes, sir.
Sound like you an alien from outer space. It got you bad.
Damn it!
Yeah. On that note,
We got week 0 this week, man. College football is here. I can't wait.
Yo, Jimbo, you still here, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's just me, you, and
Yeah, I just want to say
Marcel.
something like real quick before you shut this down, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you see any of the games like yesterday for the W or no?
I saw a little bit,
I was actually shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a little bit shocked that the Sparks lost yesterday.
bro. I don't even want to talk about them right now. At this point, with everything that's being said about my fandom, like I'm not even going. I don't even want to talk. It's, and it's not even about like the slander that I've been getting. It's more the annoyance that I have. So whether or not we make the playoffs or not remains to be seen. We probably got like 10 more games, but the Sparks need to step it up.
I haven't been saying anything, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna just let things play out, and if we make the
Yeah,
playoffs, we make the playoffs.
we,
If
we
we don't, we don't. But
yeah,
I still have
we
faith.
have a chance to do it, but we just can't be losing games like that, especially against
And
winning teams.
yesterday was literally like the Sparks like opportunity to kind of close that gap a little bit, just because
Yep. We
Seattle
had
and Golden State both lost yesterday.
we had a chance to secure the A spot again, to just be there. But now that we
And I was
lost two
actually
games, now we're a
surprised
game
at the
back.
way the Sparks played yesterday because they didn't play well, and like they normally like I guess like don't lose to the Mystics, especially like this
Yeah, we
because
don't.
I
We
mean they
played
beat
better
the Mystics already
defensively.
like 3 times this year. So
Yeah, the offense was fine. The defense was terrible. Like we just, if we want to be a playoff team, we have to be
like
better.
I don't think the Sparks led all game yesterday.
We didn't. I looked at the box score. We uh we
And
were
I was
out.
like, thank God I didn't waste my time really watching this shit because I was at work. So
Yeah, it was. I'm annoyed with them right now. But I mean, we're talented enough. We definitely have the talent. We just have to
it's
play
just
better
like
defensively.
sometimes they be losing games that they should win.
Yeah, we just have to play better defensively. That's all. I think if we can be more consistent on defense, then everything else will fall into place because we're one of the best fast break teams in the W. We're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the W. We're one of the 3 best teams on the road. So like we, for all intents and purposes, like if things pan out, we could surprise some people in the playoffs. Granted, I think it would behoove us to get to the seventh seed because it'll be very difficult to get a game versus Minnesota.
I
But
agree with you.
I
Yeah,
think if
definitely.
we play New York or if we play Atlanta, because New York and Atlanta are battling for a second seed at this point. And so if we can get one of those two, we may be able to get a game or two. We can maybe make it a
Yes, sir.
series. Maybe make it a series. New York will be tougher, but if Atlanta gets the second seed and we get the seventh seed, we can definitely make it a series versus them. But we'll have
Yeah,
that
and
remains.
another thing I was also gonna say was that like I was actually also hoping that Indiana would lose to Connecticut yesterday, but Connecticut blew that game, bro. Because they
Yeah,
were
they
up by
definitely
21 points.
did. Indiana's resilient, so like I'm not gonna count them out just because
That's
you know
true,
of the
but the
unfortunate
fact of the
injuries. Like
matter is, let's be for real, Connecticut probably should have won that game.
oh, for sure they should have. They definitely should have. You choke a 21-point game, like you can't do that. But Indiana's one of those teams where you really can't count them out because they're just so good offensively.
And Kelsey Mitchell really carried yesterday, bro. 38 points.
hmm she reminds people every other game that like she like that. She a bucket. She just don't get talked about enough. It's more so Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. But Mitchell's definitely part of that nucleus.
And then I also thought Odyssey Sims played pretty well yesterday too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she I kind of missed that we had her, but it's okay.
Yeah, I missed it too.
I
I'm not gonna
figured
lie. I was actually pretty surprised that the Sparks ended up cutting her, bro.
I kind of wasn't surprised because when we drafted um the girl out of Alabama, I kind
Oh,
of
you
figured
talking about
that was
Sarah Ashley Barker?
yeah. Granted, I didn't kind of agree with that draft pick, but like I kind of knew Odyssey would be on her way out because we had too many guards.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And the crazy part is, like, when we had Odyssey Sims, I don't even think Julie Allen was even playing that much, or she wasn't really getting no playing time.
right, but
And
now
now all of a sudden, Julie Allen is starting.
right, I think it's because they wanted Kelsey to play more off ball. She's played better with the team playing off ball than playing point guard. So having Almond set up the offense and having Plum play off ball has made us more successful.
To be honest, though, I think Odyssey Sims is a point guard, though.
Oh, she is.
The space from the edge to the middle of it.
I think given the opportunity,
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
I think Odyssey probably could have done the same thing as Almond, but like she wasn't given the opportunity. So I mean, it is what it is, though. I'm glad she got picked up and got to another team because it would have been a disservice to her talent and
Yeah.
what she's been able to do if she was, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
waiting on a
I
team
like
to pick her up.
the other Julie Van Loo. I actually thought that was a good pickup.
Yeah, me too. And I hope at some point that we eventually just go ahead and sign Peely for the rest of the season because these like 7-day
Because
contracts that
I
they
think
keep
she's
giving.
on what her like her third 7 day contract.
Yeah, she's on her third. So like for her to have her third 7-day contract, I think is kind of ridiculous. Like I think the Sparks
To
should go ahead.
me, it's also like kind of crazy, like that, like they decided to like pick her up, and like she hasn't been playing like at all. She hasn't really stepped foot on the floor.
Right. I mean, because we have too many. We have our rotation for our bigs is solidified already. I mean, we got Hamby
Right, because we
starting.
have Cam Brink, Azure Stevens, and De'Ara Hamby.
Right. So our rotations right now, unless all three of them get into foul trouble, is solidified. So that's why I was sort of surprised that we picked her up. I mean, but I like her, and it'd be cool if we could keep her because she showed some flashes with the links when given the
Yeah,
opportunity. So
and and I also the only, other reason why I thought Keely was a good pickup was because that was an old college coach. She played for Coach
hmm
Roberts at Utah.
hmm And then we got Fegan. So like our forwards is our bigs is oof. Granted, I guess that's why she's been getting these 7-day contracts because
Yeah.
our roster is packed.
Yeah, and I feel like if we had like if I feel like if Ray, Burrell, and Cambrink were healthy like the whole season and they weren't hurt, I feel like we probably wouldn't have been going through this right now where we've been like under 500 like for like basically the whole season.
Yeah, we wouldn't have. I think if we were healthy, we probably would have been at least
Getting
a
Ray and
7
Cam back was definitely big because I think Ray and
back.
Cam like came out play defense.
Yeah, having Ray and Cam back is huge for us because they play. Ray's good on the perimeter and Cam's good in the paint. And once Cam's offense gets more consistent, she'll be really good. But she's just getting her legs back in, so I'm not asking her to do too much on the offense. I'm just asking her to play well on defense.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess it's just
how
you and
many
me
games we
now.
got? I think we only got like 8 or 9 games left. Huh?
Yeah, it's something like that. So we got to tighten up because we right there. If I look,
I think we're playing Dallas on Wednesday. So
yeah, let me look how many games we got left. All right, so we're a half game back of Seattle, and
if we the tie with Seattle at the end of the season, believe we would have the tiebreaker over Seattle, right?
yeah, we would.
Okay,
Yeah, we do play Dallas.
because we've already beaten Seattle, I think, like multiple times. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 games left, and out of those
okay,
10, the hardest games we gotta play Phoenix after Dallas, um, a scrappy Indiana team. We play the Mystics one more time. We play Seattle one more time in September. We have 2 more games back to back against
mm,
the Dream at in Atlanta. Then
right,
we play Dallas one more time because we play
okay,
Dallas Wednesday, and then we play Dallas one more time on Sunday, the 7th of September. Then we play Phoenix, and then we got to play the
yeah.
Aces on
Do I
the
think I'm not? Well,
on
I'm
nine
not. Okay,
eleven.
so I'm not going to say anything like. Do I think all these games are winnable? Yes. Are we going to win all of them? No, probably not. But at this point,
Yeah,
like right now, I'm just probably going to take it one game at a time.
if we can win like out of if we can go
At least what, like
six
seven?
and
What would you say,
four,
like 7-3?
if we can go 6 and 4, I think we're a playoff team. If
Okay.
we got to win at least 6 of these games for us to secure a spot, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm
So
not okay. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna say how many like games like we're gonna win anything, but like do
right,
I
yeah,
out of all these teams like I think we can beat Dallas. I think we can beat Indiana. I think we can beat Washington, of course. I think we can beat Seattle again because we got that number. I think we
hmm
can beat. I'm gonna say Dallas again. I think we could. We're probably gonna beat Dallas twice. And I think we could beat Phoenix at least once in one of these
yeah. I
games,
think we
and
can
I think
split
we
with
can
them.
beat Vegas too. So,
I think we can split with them. Yeah, but
so I think we
because we're
can win
so
at least six,
close.
7 of these games.
Yeah, because we're so close in the standings, it sucks. But we're gonna have to hope the like um Seattle and the Mystics sort of don't keep pace with us because if
Hmm.
we win our 6 out of the 10 and Seattle is still good, then like and they win, let's say they win 7 out of their last 10,
Hmm.
then I think they beat us for the last spot. So
Got you.
We'll
Because
see.
what I ultimately think is going to happen is I think we're going to end up personally I think we're going to end up making the playoffs, and I think Seattle's going to miss out on the playoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. But it's 12:13 and it's just you and me, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down.
All right,
See you
I'll see you
tomorrow.
guys tomorrow.
All right, you be safe out there, bro.